Jet, are you going to be my girl on XFM 104.9? I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Stephen Merchant. Over there, little roundy bald head of Carl Pilkington. Good news and bad news. Good news is, boys are back in town, we're here for 2 hours.
Hello.
Bad news is, we have no monkey news, gay fella news, or little Chinese fella news.
Really?
We're going to try and, leave that for a week,
Yeah.
and then maybe come back to it.
Yeah.
It was
Why do
good.
I get the feeling that within 20 minutes we'll be talking about little gay Chinese monkeys?
Carl, think of that.
We have got monkey news.
Have we?
Oh yeah.
So we've already broken that promise.
Oh, okay. I thought we were going to try and sort of talk about something else. I've just done Jonathan Ross show, and they don't talk about the same things every week. It's weird. It is weird. But, or as Carl says, weird innit?
Yeah.
So, gave this show about 5 plugs.
Nice one.
Yeah. So, I think we'll get upward of 800 people listening.
Oh, double.
For the first 2 minutes.
Yeah, yeah.
And then turning back.
They're already switching over.
I'd have thought so, yeah.
I spoke to my friend yesterday. He's a little bit of an odd fella, and he said that for his own amusement, he had an iPod in his car, and he bought a little sort of transmitter, and he could transmit the music from his iPod to sort of just beam it, kind of as he was driving along, to sort of passing cars.
What do you mean?
It's
Make
weird.
their radio play it?
Well, but if they had it in the right frequency, yeah. I mean, pointless, completely pointless, but not dissimilar to this show, I imagine, in terms of the number of listeners.
Yeah, but I was going to say, what's the chances of people having this frequency
Absolutely
on?
pointless.
So it's probably about the same, yeah.
Do you know what it reminds me of? When I was young, I wanted to get into radio. I was excited in radio. When I was sort of in my, I don't know, I was 11 or 12. My friend and I, we got a little mixing deck, and we used to host our own radio show.
Brilliant.
From his bedroom. We didn't have a transmitter, so we'd put some speakers in his front garden, in some bushes, and sort of broadcast it to people who were walking
Again,
by.
probably over the week more listeners than this show.
Almost certainly.
Yeah,
I love the idea. It never happened. But I always was hoping that maybe some girls would just come by and just like sit and listen. These guys are great. I don't know where these sounds are coming from. It seems to be that bush, but
Or Noel Edmonds coming along going, who are these guys?
yeah.
Can you get them on my radio show?
Can they stand in for me when I go on holiday?
Yeah. Yeah.
I did sort of pirate radio.
No, go on.
Got into
Yeah, yeah. The normal radio, but you had an eye patch on. Go on.
Dad was in hospital, right? And, he was having some operation done, right? And, went to see him. And didn't have that much to say to him, right? So
you're
I
your
was,
dad?
I was sat there. Well, it's awkward though, isn't it, when someone's ill?
Yeah.
And you don't know.
Boring, isn't it? Boring.
So I was flicking around on that little radio thing they have.
Yeah.
And I heard, like, he had a radio station in the hospital, so I said, I'm gonna go and join this. So I wandered off to go and find it.
Yeah.
Sort of joined that. Did a little show on there. Thought I can sort of get out to the masses here. My mate made a little transmitter. Did a little pirate radio show from the, got kicked out because they found out, and apparently I put the station at risk because all the stuff could have been taken off us.
But from Little Acorn, 16 years later, he's on a show with less listeners.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Can you imagine if you've gone into hospital, you're already pretty depressed, there's the fear of these super bugs in the hospital.
Yeah.
Maybe you've got some quite serious illness,
Yeah.
you don't know if you're gonna make it. His voice is what you hear to cheer you up.
Alright, weird, isn't it? I saw a programme about a parasite the other night. Yeah. Apparently, they get in through your eye and eat their way up through your genitals.
Yeah.
Anyway,
You
here's
think you've got it
Radiohead.
bad?
Yeah, exactly. Play a record, Carl.
Bit of Stone Roses here.
Oh, Fool's Gold. Classic. Stone Roses, Fool's Gold, XFM, 104.9. Brilliant.
Can't help but notice you've brought some sandwiches in, Rick. What's in there?
Cheese and onion.
Cheese onion?
Yeah.
Because I've never ever seen you make sandwiches before. I've seen you take a piece of bread out of a loaf
Yeah.
and sort of fold it in half. Crumbs everywhere.
Well, Jane made that for me because I was in a bit of a hurry.
I didn't think for a minute that you
Why?
made
Because it
them
looks
yourself.
neat.
Well, they're wrapped in the tin foil. A knife has been used.
As opposed to chewing round
Yeah,
the baguette.
exactly,
Yeah, breaking
yeah.
it in half.
Yeah, yeah,
a
yeah.
la Albert Steptoe.
Yeah.
Yeah, brilliant. Yeah.
Nice.
It's great, but the onions are strong.
Are they?
Making my eyes water.
Yeah.
If I come and breathe on you,
Yeah.
it'll cure any sort of skin disease you might have. Skin disease. We watched that, Carl, that Carl was raving about that thing about parasites, about worms coming out your brain and that. And I watched
What is
it.
this? Is it a TV show?
Yeah, called Body Snatchers.
Right.
And it was pretty fascinating. And, I mean, amazingly shot as well. I mean, it's got to win an award for photography.
Yeah.
And there was, one bit that, this little girl had been bitten by a mosquito and laid her eggs, and went to the doctor. She had a lump on her neck, like a boil. and they pulled it out, and it was like a bullet, this maggot. And they put it down, and it was wriggling in her blood, right? But the hole left was sort of aesthetically pleasing. You know, like that feeling you get, like, I once had an ingrowing hair, and I quite liked it when I pulled it out. And it's a perfect little hole. And I thought, I wouldn't mind having those, as long as they sort of, like, healed over.
What are you talking about?
I don't know, it's weird, isn't it?
But why would you want a hole in your body?
No, it's got pulling something out, sort of like pulling something out of your body. It's
I
sort
don't
of
know what you're
cleansing,
talking
isn't it? No, but it's sort of like, I don't know what
This is it, you watch one programme recommended to you by Carl, you've turned into Carl. You want a hole in your body?
No, it was like, you know, like squeezing a really good sort of like spot. I mean, I haven't squeezed spots for ages, and I'd never had spots, but maybe that's it. I didn't have spots,
Right.
and I always thought that'd be nice squeezing a spot.
I don't know what you're talking about.
I
Why would
don't
these
know.
things be
I don't know what
pleasurable?
to-
Why would an ingrowing hair? That's
Yeah, it was
great
good.
fun.
That was good because I got it. It was like a little lump, and I pulled it, and then it pulled out, and it was like left a little.
I know
hole.
what you mean. Because I get thick hairs
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
like really.
Oh, when they come out, it's like a bit of wax.
Yeah.
Like pulling out a little candle.
And
I
that's-
love that.
What?
Yeah.
Because I've got not much hair on my head,
No.
right? It sort of grows thicker on my face.
No, not true.
Sure, but go on.
Yeah.
No, it does.
Not true, baby. Go on. No evidence for that. Just made it up.
So it
Yeah.
grows sort of thicker on my
No.
neck and that, and now and again I'll see like something that's like a twig, right? It's
Yeah.
really thick.
Yeah, you feel it, and then you think, oh, I'm gonna have that, and then you work at it, and then when you get hold of it, it's brilliant. It's like pulling out. It's fantastic. It's waxy and build up, and it pulls it out, and it stretches your skin, and it leaves a hole.
I've just realised why we talk about Chinese people, monkeys and gays every week.
Why?
Because this is the sort of replacement. This is what we've got if we're not talking about them.
But it was great as well. And there's this parasite, right, that lives in a fish, right? And what it does, it changes the fish's behaviour. Because to breed, it has to get its body temperature up, so it has to get into a bird. Right?
What needs to get into the bird? The
The
fish.
parasite to
The
complete
parasite
its
needs to
life
get into a
cycle,
bird,
yeah.
right.
So it changes the behaviour of the stickleback, and it makes the stickleback sort of suicidal. So the stickleback doesn't flee when it sees a heron; it gets caught.
Right.
Because this stickleback has changed its behaviour. Carl didn't quite understand this,
I
did
still
you?
don't really get it. I watched it and you see like the fat fish and that, and you go, oh, it's not well. But I don't understand.
Well, all it does is it has to get into a bird because it has to breed, to lay its eggs. It has to have a raise of body temperature, so it has to, the fish is cold-blooded, so it has to get into a bird which is warm-blooded. There's lots of things, there's certain things at
Yeah,
that
but
level.
why is it doing that?
Because it needs the temperature. It needs the heat energy for its reaction. Just like, for example, that's why your balls are on the outside. Because the cells have to be a certain temperature to survive. I don't know if it's the sperm or Sertoli cells, but they have to be a couple of degrees below body temperature. Otherwise, they'd be in a nice cage and we wouldn't get kicked in the nads.
What do you mean?
That's why your testicles are on the outside of your body. They have to be a couple of degrees below body temperature.
Yeah, but it's not. That isn't why they're there. You see, this is like the chat we had last week about the giraffe having a long neck.
What do you mean?
They're there because that's where they happen to be. They didn't go right.
Well, that's what evolution is. It's a selection process. It's not a will. The balls didn't say, look, I'm too hot, let's get us outside, let's get outside of here!
All right, hang on a minute then.
What?
So a little man monkey, right? Theirs are in the same place as ours.
Yeah.
But they're walking around naked, so it could be anywhere. They could be like on the back. It doesn't
No,
matter where they are.
They call it, well, they could be on the back, yeah.
So why aren't they?
This is a completely different... Steve!
You started it! I wash my hands of the whole affair.
And we're not only back to balls, but we're back to monkey balls.
Yes.
In one thing from about parasites, we're back to monkey ball news.
Yeah.
How do we get back to chimp testicle news?
All right then. So this worm's in a fish.
Yeah. It's like a little platyhelminth. I think it's some sort of...
But what I mean is, why are they about?
What do you mean? They
Why?
evolved.
But why haven't they died out?
Because they're very successful.
Yeah.
What do you mean, yeah? What do you mean, yeah? Tell me the brain event that made you say yeah in that 1 second gap.
Because in a way I don't get it, and if I think about it too much, it hurts a bit. They've just been around for years, Carl.
Yeah.
Like Cliff Richard or something like that.
Yeah.
You know, they're just
Forget About Tomorrow by Feeder. on XFM 104.9. Carl is in some pain now, isn't he?
What angers me is the fact that the listeners, at least they get a record. They get 3 minutes where they can just relax. They don't have to listen to this drivel. I've got to sit here for another 3 minutes while you try and explain to this idiot why they have a parasites and why we have fish and why, you know. It's just interminable.
Oh, Carl's question is, what's the point of a parasite? I was saying, well, they evolved alongside everything else, and it's part of the ecosystem. He's going, but why is a parasite in a fish, in a heron, back in a fish? And I said, what's the point in anything, right, apart from the balance of the ecosystem that survives at any time? And then Steve went, Carl, you should have done this when you were in sixth form.
Yeah.
Questioning the point of life.
Yeah,
and
you should have had
existence.
these existential questions, you know, when you were younger.
Did you ever used to lay awake at night thinking, where did the universe end?
No.
I did that when I was about 6 or 7 for about a year. When someone said it was...
He was lying awake at night thinking, where does Manchester end? I assume it goes on forever.
They've made a map, haven't they, for the
Yeah.
for the universe?
Yeah.
Right.
Well, yeah, as far as they can, yeah.
Big, is it?
It's massive.
Yeah.
But if you're that lost, you know what I mean? Forget the
The
map.
map's not going to help you. Sure.
If you're that lost, forget it. Look, we're never going to make it. We're not going to live 400 light years. We're not going to... Of course, you could take a shortcut through a wormhole, couldn't you?
What's that?
Oh, no! Let's not talk about the universe, please. Let's talk about something that you could comprehend, Carl.
Well,
Were
listen.
you on Richard and Julie yesterday?
Alright.
Yeah.
Tell us about that.
It was good. It was good fun.
Yeah?
It was a bit surreal.
Is it?
Yeah. It's nice. That's nice though. There's something charming about them. Do you know what I mean? They go off on tangents. They sort of digress. They suddenly think of something. She suddenly go, oh, my jumper's itching or something. You know.
Yeah.
And it's quite charming. It's not annoying at all.
Yeah.
And I'd never seen it through before. And I hope I didn't insult them because I said it was like an adult Blue Peter.
Right.
But
In what way?
well, they had a Christmas wrapping competition.
Right.
Then they had
a Christmas wrapping
yeah,
competition.
and then they had
That wasn't them doing kind of
then
hip
they
hop.
had what the French people are like. There was a little didn't quite understand that living in France. Then they had a woman who relived an Elizabethan Christmas. The bit that made me laugh was she was sort of announcing this through an Elizabethan microphone and PA to all the people sitting around dressed as.
I'm a bit confused. Like, this sounds fascinating.
It was good though, and at the end I said, next week I'll be washing a tortoise and that, and the producer said, if you do want to make something for the show, we'll definitely feature it. So I might make some of those things that used to work on Blue Peter, like send in, sort of, you know, I remember they made a chest of drawers out of 3 matchboxes.
Yeah.
For Barbie doll or something, or Action Man.
I seem to remember them showing you how to make a dusty bin once.
What on
Yeah.
Blue Peter?
I made one. I remember making one.
Really?
Yeah.
I haven't watched Blue Peter obviously for like 25 years,
Yeah.
but is it the same sort of thing?
I think it's pretty much the same now. Yeah, they sort of occasionally they'll have kind of larger sort of dramatic scenes, so that all the cast will kind of act out sort of murder mysteries and stuff like that.
Oh yeah.
There's a bit more of that going
Do
on.
they
There's
still
a
have
lot
the
more
Kodo drummers from Japan
bands.
over?
I think the Kodos come on like twice a week.
With the shiniest buttocks I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Greased, they're in like sort of nappies or whatever they call
Yeah.
them, and they're playing the drums, and you see them from behind playing these big drums, and they've got shiny buttocks. The lights really pick up their
I
arses.
think because they've kind of funked it up since we were younger. Because I remember it was always stuff like, let's have a look at this traction engine.
Yeah.
Or let's drive some traction engines, one very small,
Yeah.
a slightly larger one, then you need a
Exactly.
larger one, and we'll just drive them round the studio
No,
for a
so
bit.
you're going up Nelson's column with Shep.
Yeah.
You might die, you might not.
But I always wondered if perhaps the people in charge were not perhaps down with the kids when they were saying,
I
what
think
we
they
going to do
were.
this week, let's have a look around a traction engine.
Exactly.
That's what the kids of the
but
early
it
80s
was,
want.
But it was, they did used to sneak in education, whereas Magpie, that was just like funky people who were sort of really in the 70s.
Never watched Magpie.
No,
Never
I know
watched
I got it wrong as well. I did used to watch it, but I used to watch Blue Peter. I think I was conned.
I always feared, because see, with the Blue Peter, I felt like I was learning something. I imagine on Magpie it was just, you know, Mr. T came round and, or whatever. It was a lot more cool, was it?
was,
and hip
it was a
and-
little bit more cool, yeah, and a lot more throwaway, and it was sort of like, Magpie was sort of like Looking
right,
on
yeah.
telly.
Yeah,
You know?
yeah.
What happened to Looking?
Don't know, it used to be the Junior TV Times, I don't know. There's probably people listening who've never even heard of
Is that what
Looking.
it was?
Apparently so.
But there was cartoons and things.
Yeah, it was just basically an advert for ITV, Looking.
Oh, was it?
Almost entirely, yeah.
And did it have like a Laurel and Hardy strip or something?
No, it would have things like the story of 5 Star,
Really?
and,
Is it
things
like,
that.
is it like the ones in the News of the World?
Not dissimilar.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
Hey, I've had 5 kids. Next picture. Bought one of them a guitar.
Yeah.
Next one. We're at number 7.
Yeah.
Brilliant. Next week, Tina Turner.
I love the fact that 5 Star is still touring. There's only 3 of them now.
Really?
They're still called 5-star.
Really? Yeah, there was 4 Boney M's at one point. Tribute acts, that each one of them had a... And then there was a 5th, who was someone who wasn't the original member of one of the Boney M's, who set up a splinter group. It was ridiculous.
Yeah.
I don't know how many there are now. I was thinking, what we should do on this show as well, is have a doctor.
Right,
Just sitting in the
you're
corner.
worried about your health?
No, just so when Carl says, why are your bollocks there, the doctor can now go, well, let's ask doctor.
Right.
And he goes, they're there because I know. And we need a
Is
vet
Dr.
as well.
Fox available?
we need a doctor, probably a vet, some sort of vet, or a naturalist would be good. And what else? Oh, and a physicist or something, or an astronomer. What do you think, Carl?
I'd love that.
Would you really?
Yeah.
Is there any doctors listening? Of course there are, as if a doctor would listen to this. If you are a doctor, I want a qualified doctor. I don't mean someone who's in their 2nd year at medical school. We're not interested in that. Right, a qualified doctor, a GP, or any specialist, and you maybe want to contribute regularly, give us a call.
Yeah.
We'll even give you a special phone line and stuff.
Yeah.
Not for now, though. We're going to get a lot of mentalists,
I
aren't we?
would adopt a nom de plume, an alternative, identity, because your patients are going to flee if they find out you listen to this.
Exactly. What's the phone number, Carl?
Well, they might as well just email in with the number, mightn't they?
That's because you don't like answering the phone.
No, I just think it's a better way of doing it.
Okay, how can they prove they are a doctor?
Just,
Go on, Carl.
something to do with,
Go on.
Go on.
Something to do with,
What thing could they say that we'd say, well, he's definitely a doctor, or we wouldn't know that? Think of something.
well,
Look
I'm
at
not
him.
a doctor, so...
We're on the radio, Carl! When we
No.
ask you a question, you've got to speak!
I know, I'm just thinking, I don't know how you'd know, because you never ask them, do you? If you need their help, you don't think of going, no, before you do this, do you know what you're doing? But saying that, right?
Go on! Go on!
Talking about this the other day.
Yeah.
Oh, what was it now? Listen, a fella,
Play a
no, listen.
record.
Do you want,
Play a
alright.
Alright, no, alright, he's got it now.
Go on.
This fella goes
Yeah.
to the doctors,
Yeah.
right?
Oh, right, okay. Right, if this isn't any way apocryphal, stupid, illogical, impossible, right, you are never, ever speaking again on radio. So make sure this is at least possible. I'll tell you what, I'll even give you improbable, but possible. So if anything that breaks the laws of the universe, or logic, okay, that's all you have to avoid. On you go.
Right, so this fella, right, he goes to the doctors because he's got earache.
Right. Okay, if a chimp's living in his brain... that you
Go
can-
on.
Go on.
So he's got earache, he's sat in the waiting room and his ear's all bunged up and it's hurting a lot and what have you. So the doctor comes out and he goes, right? And because his ear's all bunged up, he doesn't hear it that well, right? So he thinks it must have been me, right? So he wanders in.
Keep going.
Anyway,
I'm gonna hate this. I can just feel it in my bones. Steve, I'm gonna let you take over. Okay,
Let's
go
go
on.
let's hear it. Come
so
on.
the doctor says, sit yourself down there, right? So he sits himself down, he goes, right, take your pants off, right? So he's thinking, that's a bit odd. Anyway, he
He heard that though.
he apparently he took his tackle off. The doctor, like, did some operation.
What, there in the waiting room?
No, in his office.
In his office, yeah.
What?
Wait, so he removed what? His genitals?
Yeah,
In his office?
Why, Carl? Why, Carl?
because he hadn't called him in.
Oh, he's calling the bloke who wanted his testicles taken off, and he didn't hear it. What? So the doctor went out and said, Mr. Jones, who's here to whip off your cock and balls, just here and now, right? Bloke comes in, didn't it? It must have been me. So the bloke who wanted his balls taken off didn't say, oh, I think he said me. So he didn't interrupt then. So the bloke goes in, he starts taking his testicles off, and he doesn't say, I'm here for me ears. It's a new single from Snow Patrol and Run. That's brilliant, isn't it?
Good stuff.
On XFM 104.9.
Rick,
Go on.
I'm about to say 3 little words to you
Yeah.
that I've never said to anyone before.
Go on.
Carl is right.
On what, though?
From Reuters, someone's emailed in, a Brazilian man who went to a clinic to have an aching ear checked ended up having a vasectomy after mistakenly believing that the doctor had called his name. He had gone in there, entered the vasectomy room when he was called. He was called by the full name and yet thought it was him. But the strangest thing is that he asked no questions when the doctor started preparations in the area which had so little to do with his ear. He later explained that he thought it was an ear inflammation that had got down to his testicles. And, the fellas came off. Extraordinary.
Right.
I'm stunned.
Amazing, isn't it?
But there's lots of things that keep coming true with Carl's nonsense. There's a programme on next week. The boy who gave birth to his twin.
Oh.
And he's there, he's like pregnant with his thing, and
How long ago did we do that?
Yeah, you discussed that years ago.
When I talked about it, it was a baby who had a baby. Now it's a boy who's like a grown man and that. It's took them ages to sort that out. I did it in one link one Saturday with the full story. Right? Keeps happening. We've done like Donald McIntyre's thing, right? He's been ripping us off. I did Cheap as Chimps.
Yeah.
He's been doing it.
no, he hasn't.
He has. He's done some programme about how much it costs to get a monkey and that.
Right.
What else have we done?
He believes this.
Yeah.
There's loads of stuff we've done like that.
You had the maggot coming out of the head. I laughed at you. Yeah. Didn't in the programme didn't see him wrapping the head in bacon, but I mean the principle's there.
Bob Holness has ripped off Rockbusters.
Yeah, and he ripped you off years ago.
Yeah.
He's been ripping you off for years, which is even more annoying.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Interesting.
Yesterday, you know, Rich and Judy gave you the tea picked by monkeys.
Yeah.
I told you about that either last week or the week before.
Yeah, and then you also told me that there's a place where they grow coffee where the weasels come out and eat the coffee, right? But they have too much of it, get dysentery and vomit, and they sell the vomit because it makes the coffee smoother.
Weasel vomit.
Yeah. Absolute shies.
It's not.
Right.
When you say it like that, it sounds ridiculous.
Yeah,
Well, it's the way you'd say it.
yeah.
No, it's...
Why do they keep taking the coffee? Probably
you
addicted
get
to
addicted to it, don't you? Caffeine and that.
it. Yeah. Why do they stick it up then? 'Cause they have too much.
They're tired, they can't sleep, they sort of... So they get ill, it eventually wears them down, they're sick, and then they sell it.
I showed those there's people send monkey news all the time for Carl, and I showed him one earlier, which said there's a new monkey hospital that's been opened.
Yeah. Carl,
Now, that's
immediately,
for the treatment of monkeys, right?
but he immediately thought it was run by monkeys
Yes.
in white coat. Did he really?
Yes, and he was disappointed because it wasn't. He was assuming there'd be little janitors, is that what you said? Yeah, little janitors mopping up.
Carl!
Little chimps with the ECG machines, or whatever they're called. Yeah, exactly.
Brilliant.
He was almost angry.
Yeah.
Disappointed with it.
And what's this about Donna Air giving her baby to a gorilla for a week?
It happened.
No, it didn't happen.
She had a baby, they went on the honeymoon, they left it to a little gorilla to look after.
Don't talk! Absolutely, don't talk! Oh,
Again,
Carl!
there's people online now, so they can have a look at Anna Nova. Do you want to give some stuff away? Do some.
He believes it, and that's it. But the more these things sort of like pop up, come true, the more worrying it is. The more worrying it is for everyone. Imagine if Donna Air had left her baby to a gorilla. It's it's libelous. You saying that? It's libelous.
It's not. Well, someone will send it in a bit, and then you'll feel daft again. So I'm not even worrying about it.
Okay.
Right, you've got some rubbish to give away, did you say?
Yeah, we've got some stuff to give away, DVDs, stuff like that.
Well, let's play a record, let's do the
Any
competition
VHSs? Any films on
Yeah, a
VHS?
couple of them in there.
For $4.99?
afterwards. Yeah,
Supergrass.
yeah, excellent. What is the competition, incidentally?
Doing songs of phrase.
No.
Oh.
Supergrass, late in the day on XFM 104.9. There's too much to get through here, Rick.
Go on.
There's too many things. We've got to systematically
Am I
work
going to
through
eat my
this list.
words?
Well, before that, you know, we get emails all the time. They're coming through all the way through the show, and I
I know.
open them, and a lot of them, because everyone's contributing, it's brilliant, but we can't really absorb everything. There's too much coming
Yeah.
through. So I tend to open them quickly. I have a look, see if there's anything we can sort of make sense of, and close them again. Sometimes Carl looks at the emails as I'm opening them. One opened just a minute ago. You saw his
Oh,
face.
his face, yeah, what was it?
His face was just stunned. He was
He's
just
got-
absolutely dumbfounded. It was
Yeah,
like he'd
what
just
is it?
seen something extraordinary, right?
And you closed it quickly.
I did close it quickly. I'll tell you why,
What?
right? Always got to bear in mind how Carl's mind works. All he saw was the name of the band that this email was promoting. So all he saw, all Carl saw, and you can imagine how excited he was all he saw was half man, half biscuit. That's all he saw.
I've never seen anyone so excited! Oh, God!
It was actually just plugging the popular joke novelty band.
How
Half
you
Man, Half
heard of them,
Biscuit.
then?
No.
Ah!
Imagine how excited he was.
That is fantastic! Biscuit! Brilliant! Mr. Garibaldi! Oh, half man, half biscuit. That is genius. Oh, amazing.
I just saw it, and when you closed it again.
Yeah, but the thing is, if he hadn't have told you that, and he'd have erased it, next week you'd be saying, about what they've done in Scientists, they've cloned a man with a biscuit. He's got currants for eyes.
Never go swimming.
What?
Never
Okay.
go swimming.
Anyway, just to, I don't know what the world's coming to, but, someone sent us a link to, one of the web news pages.
Go on.
The headline, Donna Eyre to hand her baby over to a gorilla.
Well, it's not. It's not going to be what he thinks.
Listen, Donna Eyre and her zoo owner boyfriend, Damien Aspinall, intend to place their baby daughter in the care of a gorilla. The couple plan to put Freya, who was born in September, in the gorilla enclosure at the zoo near Canterbury. They will then let her be carried off by the female of the group. Neither parent has any qualms about letting their daughter be taken off, despite 5 keepers being killed by animals at Howlett's and his sister's park since 1980.
I don't understand. What do you mean?
Well, that's it. That's the news.
It's a newborn baby, and they're going to put it in a gorilla. But, I mean...
Well, he said, why would I not trust them? I know them. I grew up with them. They're my friends.
Yeah, but I'm not saying that they're aggressive, but it might roll over on it, or something.
I don't know. Take it up with with them. I mean, Donna Eyre's not the brightest spark in the box.
No, but
and
I
it
don't
would seem
think...
her husband is.
I don't think, you know, that she'd endanger... I mean, they must know something we don't. I still can't believe they're just going to leave the gorilla with it.
Didn't mean
Why
no
would
harm.
you, though? But why would you? Even if it says, well, it's
Cheaper than a babysitter?
Well, I don't know. Well, how cheap is a gorilla babysitter? Carl knows, because there's probably some sort of organisation.
Right, are we,
Competition then. Come on then. What is it? Oh.
Songs of Phrase?
Remind us of this?
We got the film one coming up later as well. But Songs of Phrase is the one where I take a popular phrase from the show.
Well, no, it's not a popular phrase from the show. It's sometimes something you said once. There's this airy Chinese kid.
Yeah. And I get all different bits of songs, so, you know, I make up that sentence, and you have to email in with the artists that you hear.
Well, what's
right?
the popular phrase then? What's this popular phrase that's sweeping the nation?
It's what we talked about last week.
Go
it's, my girlfriend had a problem with a marrow.
Right.
Yeah.
Alright?
Okay. She wasn't your girlfriend?
Oh, yeah, but I couldn't find sort of
No, okay.
blind date or whatever. So, so seven artists it's taken to make up this
Me
Songs of Phrase.
girlfriend had a problem with her marrow. Well, that's at least 8, so...
Well, maybe
I
not.
think I've managed it in 7. Anyway, here we go.
Oh,
What the
yeah,
artists?
yeah,
Well, let's
yeah,
look at the names of the
artists,
artists.
yeah.
Get a
What-
pen and paper, make a note.
What artists are you hearing here?
Very good.
Oh, okay.
Alright,
What's
so,
more?
So, what are the artists?
Very
My
good.
girlfriend had a problem with her marrow. We want the names of the artists. What can we win, Carl?
Just can I just recap that story? Girl can't run a blind date. But when he found out that this girl had some sort of bone marrow problem, he said he didn't want to see her anymore. What's the point in getting to know someone that's going to die?
Yeah.
So that's what you're dealing with. That is what you're dealing with Carl Pilkington.
Would you buy a car with a Duff engine?
It's a fair point. Ricky.Gervais at xfm.co.uk.
Don't steal our son. The Thrills on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant. Over there, Carl Pilkington. The man who believes anything. I think it might be a condition due to his little round head. It's sort of like, it might be a new condition that we can call cranial sphericity, and because it presses on his lobes, and the only sort of upshot of that is he's normal in every way, but he believes everything he reads or sees on Anna Nova. Alright?
Talking of which, Rick, I don't really follow the news.
No.
It's mainly boring, isn't it? Wars and stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't know.
Well, yeah. Well, it is a war. It's all this nonsense before and after. When it's a war, it's, you know, it's in the middle of the war. You can watch it on telly.
True.
You get results.
True,
You know what I mean? Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like a test match or something. But it's all this rubbish before and after. It drags on.
This recent war seemed, I thought, just generally, it was better presented than the previous one. Because I remember
Well,
the first Gulf War, it was often during the night, and I couldn't stay up.
Yeah,
and stuff.
because I think the American had rights to it, like the Tyson fight, so we had to get it at 2 in the morning,
Exactly.
which is annoying. They had, you know, their prime time in that.
Yeah,
And a lot of it was in black and white, as when
A lot
the
of it
bombs
was
went
black
in.
and white when the bombs going in.
So,
this
no,
time
but
there seemed to be a lot more colourful stuff.
yeah, it's much better coverage. I think there should win awards
Yeah, well, I'd like to
for
see
it.
awards,
So,
yeah.
like Channel 4 won for cricket.
Yeah, I mean, a few times as well, I was quite pleased to see they actually had footage of the bombs exploding.
Yeah.
Some buildings and stuff.
Yeah. No, good. Well done.
Generally, you know.
Good on
stuff.
you. Well done. Good on you.
Yeah, I don't know if
Costs a lot though, doesn't it?
It isn't a cost.
War's a lot more when you got something like, you know, a Jimmy Carr game show, which probably costs about £100 grand.
Yeah.
Like half an hour war costs
know.
millions.
It's almost
man.
as expensive as like Terminator 3 or something.
Yeah. But I mean, you know.
But then, you know.
you got a variety.
Exactly.
Sorry, Steve, you were talking, mate.
Well, no, I just wanted to make sure you're aware that the World Elephant Polo Championships have taken place.
I did get it. I
You're
think
aware
they
of that?
mentioned it on. Yeah, we won, didn't we?
England won.
Yeah.
Well, my question is, where have they been practicing?
I don't know.
Do you remember ever at school anyone ever saying to you, "Are you interested in playing polo
Do you
with
reckon
elephants?"
do you reckon it was 5 blokes in pith helmets kept sneaking into Whipsnade?
Possibly.
What are you doing, lads? We're practicing. Get down.
Yeah.
Get off them elephants.
Yeah. I didn't even know we had a team. I can't
Elephant-
believe it.
no,
But it's like Johnny Wilkinson and the rugby lads, they're going to get MBEs, all sorts. The elephant boys, the elephant polo boys, nothing.
They're gonna get nothing.
I haven't seen the
But
sun
you know,
talking like
to be
them.
fair, it's not like horse polo where I don't think there's a stick long enough. I think the elephants kick it, don't they?
I think you might be right. I think they're not allowed to use their tusks.
They burst it, won't they?
I think so.
They go, oh,
Start again.
Raheem!
Yeah.
What do you mean the elephants kick it?
Alright, I've opened a can of worms here. You know, normal polo on a horse, they have like,
Yeah, stick and
mallets.
that.
yeah, they whack 'em, right? But I think it's, obviously they're too high up. I think, I might be wrong, but I'm pretty sure they just train the elephant to kick it.
So
it's like-
why are people something about? Why not just let them have a kick about without...
Imagine that! And why does horse racing have to have a jockey? Won't they just let the horses go, oh, yeah, okay, lads, on your, no cheating, on your marks, get set, go. You know, get back here. Get back here. Brilliant. Why do you think? I'll tell you what. Now, I'm gonna be like a teacher now. Why do you think?
They sort of get mixed up which end they sort of go in. Which end they've got to get the ball in.
Sort of. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
How do you sort of steer an elephant, as it were? How do you ride an elephant? It seems quite a complicated procedure. I don't imagine they're quite as versatile as a horse.
No, you can't sort of like pull it and its head goes,
No.
can you?
I mean, I don't really know how you... I mean, you'd have to have a huge playing surface, wouldn't you? I mean, these are big creatures.
Yeah. They use Kent.
Well, exactly.
Yeah. They drop 2 big, huge jumpers.
yeah.
Either side. One in south of Kent, one in North Kent.
Exactly.
And it takes days.
And is there like 11 on each team?
Yeah, and one on the subs bench.
Exactly.
And it keeps breaking. The bench is broken.
Yeah.
Terrible.
He's living because he's never getting chosen.
He's never getting chosen. Yeah. When he doesn't turn up to training.
Of course, and he's never going to forget.
He's down the lake.
Exactly.
Down at the lake when they should be training, eating too many buns.
Exactly.
Like Gascoigne. Right, Carl, come on then.
Oh, hang on, I just must tell you as well about Lord Admiral Nelson's erotic letters.
Go on.
They've been sold at last for £117,000.
Sunday
Someone
Mail?
needs to get them. I don't know who bought them.
Who opened them that shouldn't have?
They got
weren't
sent to
even
someone
addressed
else.
to you.
They were meant for Lady Hamilton. What are you doing opening them?
Go
Well,
on, what's he say? What's he get up to?
It's interesting because they've printed a couple of the things he's wrote.
Dear Lady Hamilton, a bit of a problem. Just the one hand. You might have to help me out on a couple of
Yeah.
manoeuvres.
Yeah, and the one eye, so I'm not appreciating the 3D.
exactly. I don't care where you put it.
Yeah,
Because
exactly.
yeah, go on.
You'll have to help me guide it in.
You
'cause
might as
I
well
can't
stand
tell.
and go across the other side of the room for all the good it do me.
Exactly.
Go on then.
Of course, he ended up kissing Hardy, didn't he? Did he kiss Hardy, or did he ask him and he never did?
Well, I don't know. I don't know about this, because I heard that he didn't, and it said kiss me, which means fact, and then I heard that he did say kiss me,
Hardy.
Hardy. Like, you know, because it was such suspense. I don't know. Is it kismet, or is it kiss me?
Kiss me, Hardy. I think his final actual dying breath was no tongues.
Yeah, yeah.
I'm not sure.
And someone went, kiss you what?
Exactly, yeah. Maybe that was his nickname.
My name's Smith.
Yeah.
You want me to kiss?
Exactly.
Kiss me Hardy. I wouldn't have thought so. I'll kiss your lips and you'll be happy with it.
But,
I'll
yeah.
touch you, Hardy. But I'm not kissing it. Go on.
Couple of quotes from there. This is him writing to Lady Hamilton, who he was having an affair with. I can neither eat or sleep for thinking of you, my dearest love. I never touch even pudding. Well, I think we've all written a letter like that to a lady.
That's a euphemism.
Surely.
That's like, I think that's, I haven't eaten, and by the way, I haven't even knocked one out.
Yeah, exactly.
You are going to get a sackful. Alright, Carl? You're the producer, is this alright? It's all euphemisms, I've not said anything wrong. Go on.
Oh, come on, it happened in the 19th century. We
Yeah.
can talk about it, you know.
Yeah.
This is more topical than monkey news. Anyway, listen, sorry, we better get back to the competition. I'm worried that we've lost sight of that competition, because I'm not going to lie to you, we've had no entries whatsoever so far.
I can't believe that, because I actually got most of those. That's actually a more accessible one. I think I know all the artists, and I'm stuck on, Girlfriend, but I think I might know who that is.
Let's hear it again.
I'm surprised. And I think that's a pretty accessible one.
An
eh?
accessible quiz?
Yeah, so no one's... Is the email up, or no one's listening?
No, well, I think there's a little bit of that. But, I think we've accidentally closed down the texting.
Oh.
So if you're texting in,
This
don't
is
bother with that.
rubbish. It really is awful, isn't it?
Yeah.
Just play it again, hang on a minute.
I'll tell you what it was. We didn't give out the prizes. We didn't say what the prizes were going to be. That's the reason.
Yeah, I think the emails are gonna go mental when
Yeah,
they...
when they find out it's the first series of Open All Hours on VHS, they'll be
Yeah.
flooding in. Let's see what
And
we've
the
got
Bridget
here.
Nielsen video.
Exactly.
Right.
Oh, dear.
Oh,
No, actually, it's not too bad.
Go on.
The best air guitar albums in the
yeah,
in the
that's
world.
still going. That's,
Volumes
that's
1 and
evergreen. That'll keep running and running.
Some kind of anniversary box set of a Doctor Who episode with a small
New
model
one
car.
wants that, baby.
I'm Alan Partridge Series 2, that's
Yeah.
worth having, obviously, and Porridge Series 3.
Okay,
I've
good.
not watched all of them on UK Gold, then get them on
There's
DVD.
something wrong with you.
Alright,
So yeah, let's hear it again.
alright. Just name the artist, that's all we want, just the
Yeah.
artist.
Ricky.Gervais at xfm.co.uk.
Play record.
Ryan Adams.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, this is absolutely fantastic.
His version of Wonderwall, if you've not heard it
Beautiful.
yet, you'll be loving it.
You'll be loving this. Radiohead, Fake Plastic Trees on XFM 104.9.
Mm-hmm.
Someone just emailed in and said, just want to know what you think of that cover of Wonderwall.
We told you. We said it was great.
Yeah.
Listen.
But they must have been listening to hear,
The song.
yeah.
Extraordinary.
Although maybe they just turn off,
When we start talking.
yeah.
That would make sense.
That would make sense. I mean, it makes sense in a sort of preserving of sanity type way as well.
Objectively, Rick, if you were listening at home, if you didn't know us and you were listening to the show, would you listen to it? Would you bother? I know that's a hard thing to get your head round.
It's difficult to say, isn't it? I've no idea. I've no idea what people coming to this for the first time think.
I mean, I love you like a brother, but I get sick of you.
Yeah. I mean, I get sick of me.
Yeah.
Sometimes I go up and
It's weird you should say that, because someone's emailed in.
Yeah.
A recent survey's been done by Cheltenham and Gloucester. The most desirable neighbour in Britain. Number 1,
Shane Ritchie.
Johnny Wilkinson.
All right.
It doesn't actually give me the full rundown, but David Beckham was in the list.
Yeah.
Shane Ritchie was indeed in the list.
Yeah, he's flying at the moment.
As was Ricky Gervais.
Really?
Well, that's what it says. It doesn't tell me where you came, though. And there was actually a Neighbour from Hell, and you weren't in that list.
Well, I'm a good neighbour.
Oh, come on.
I am. I'm quiet. I don't keep myself to myself. I never...
Do you know what I'm thinking of?
What?
If it was best friend.
Yeah.
Now that would be a nightmare.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Most desirable friend.
I'm a good neighbour. I'm quiet, you know, yeah. Yeah, I mean, I imagine being stuck in a room with me writing all the time, with me squeaking like a chimp.
Unbelievable.
Although I don't physically abuse you, I save that to my bald mates like Carl and Rob and that. I just like to squeeze their head. I don't squeeze your head.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I think it's because you command a little bit more respect.
Ah, thanks very much.
Do you know what I mean? You're not that sort of... You're not an idiot.
Oh, sure. Sure.
Alright, Carl, got anything to say? Has anyone seen his picture in Heat this week? It looks fantastic, doesn't it? Do you know what Steve said when he saw that, Carl?
Go on.
He said, it has captured Carl.
What do you mean?
Well, you just look utterly gormless. In the picture. It's captured it brilliantly. You know how, like, a good photographer can do that? You can capture the essence of someone. That's good stuff. It's good stuff.
Well, actually, I'm the photographer.
Yes,
Because it was a screen grab from the behind-the-scenes footage.
Well done.
So I got that gimpness. I captured the essential gimposity.
Exactly.
Yeah. Carl.
Yeah.
Alright?
Should it?
Yeah, well, I did a little article for Time Out, and I think Boyd from Heat has sent over that screen grab to them, so he might be in Time Out. I'm going to try and get him in every publication.
Yeah.
For 1 year. It's like
Well,
a
you've managed it in the last 2 weeks.
Exactly, yeah. It's like a Dave Gorman project. Are you Carl Pilkington?
Yes.
Let's do that, shall we? If anyone's got a publication, it doesn't matter how little, just take it from Heat. That's mine, so you're welcome to it. Just try and just put his picture in anything. Next to round things is best, isn't it? That'd be good. You alright, Carl, with that?
Yeah.
Alright then, good. What have you got for us, Carl?
News headlines?
There hasn't sort of been that much going on.
Sure.
Sort of headline-wise, you know.
Sure.
No, 'cause I look for good headlines and that, don't I? That sort of get you interested, like the...
Well, then when you're interested, you don't read on.
No, I did.
Okay, go on.
Like the one, do you know I read, the one I read out a couple of weeks ago, that was, man lives in dump for 10 years. Right?
I remember the Chinese woman eats dirt.
Yeah, well...
That was a cracker.
Man lives in dump for 10 years. I read on with that one yesterday. I found it in my bag because I took it home, so that I'll read that when I get a minute.
Yeah.
Right?
News. Imagine that. News. I might read last Thursday's Sun.
Yeah.
Just to catch up.
Do you know how he got caught?
What do you mean how he got caught?
He lived
He
in
was
a
living in a
dump.
rubbish dump.
Well,
He
what's up with
lived in
that?
a rubbish dump.
What's
No
good?
one knew he was there, right?
Yeah.
He was living off food that had been chucked away. He said a lot of people chuck away stuff that isn't off, so you can survive on that. He had a nice little place to sleep and that, an old mattress, that was alright and stuff. Got away with it for 10 years, until he decided to celebrate bonfire night with some fireworks. Can you believe that?
Well, he's happy that the gunpowder plot was foiled, and the Guy Fawkes was beheaded,
Anyway.
thus saving our system of government.
There's got to be a couple of news headlines, surely.
Hold on, wait a minute. Bong!
Pierce penis man off the hook.
Bong!
Man changed his name to Bubba 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 Bubba.
Bong!
Dwarf to live in a glass box.
Dwarf to live in a glass box.
Yeah, it's meant to be art or something. It's not though, is it?
What? Meant to be art? Whose idea is this? Is art, or is someone hired a dwarf to live in their box?
It's just a box, and he can even leave when he wants, apparently. He can, like, go, oh, I'm hungry, I'm going for a walk, and he puts a little note.
If it's Damien Hirst, he might end up in 4 bits. So, just be careful.
But to me, that's like that thing when I said to you about the woman in the jar.
What woman in the jar?
The woman in the jar, they go, oh, come and see the woman in the jar. And
Yeah, it's
then
a
it
big
turns
jar.
out it's a big jar. So
Yeah,
it's
it's a
like,
big
well,
jar.
put me
Yeah.
in there as well then.
Exactly.
It's not
yeah.
special.
Yeah.
And that's the same with him. It's a big box, he's a small fella. What's good about that?
What do you want to do, though? To compress matter?
But hang on, it's not a world record-breaking attempt. It's supposed to be art.
You know, what's art about that?
Well, I don't.
What's art about that? Oh, can we do a show for BBC 3? Carl Pilkington going around, what's art about that?
Yeah.
That is brilliant. What's art about that?
I'd love that.
Would you?
I'd love that.
Me and Steve are going to do a thing called Is Art Rubbish? Where we go around and we chat about it.
Yeah.
But we can hand that over to you if you want to do that. If anyone from BBC 3 is listening, Carl Pilkington, what's art about that? Alright? Weird, isn't it? And what would you go around like Sensation and things like that, and Saatchi, and go and
Dali and that.
you put a sheep in formaldehyde, what's art about that? Our butcher does it. Alright, weird, isn't it?
What do you make of Dali and the melting clocks, all that stuff?
Talked about it, haven't we?
Have we?
Told you, yeah, told you.
What do you think of that?
He sort of milked the idea a bit.
Right.
Because everything had a melting clock on it. It was like he had a bit of success with it once, and then he just ruined it. Do you know what I mean? It's like...
It's like you with the monkeys.
Like status quo?
Yeah.
Sure. What's your favourite artist? Don't say Lowry.
Lowry's my favourite
Why is Lowry your favourite artist?
Captures life, doesn't he? Going on and
In
that.
stick form?
I know you're a big fan of Where's Wally as well, aren't you? You've never found him, have you? You've never found him yet.
No, Carl, that's not Wally, that's a stain on the table. You've come off the book again.
Anyway. Listen, are we doing what's in a bit?
What? We don't know what you're talking about.
Play a record.
What?
Yeah, we'll be doing what's it?
Yeah, what's it? Coming up after the break.
The film thing.
The film thing. Oh, idiot. Libertines, Don't Look Back Into the Sun on XFM 104.9. I'm Ricky Gervais, with me Steve Merchant and Carl Pilkington. Carl, have we got the results?
Yeah.
Go on then, what are they?
Songs of phrase.
Okay, songs
this
of
was
phrase.
the phrase, these are the songs. My girlfriend had a problem with a marrow. The answer's Sinatra, Prince, Bill Medley, U2, Shirelles. There was also Dub Pistols in there.
No one got all of them, Carl, obviously. But we'll give it to Mark Cantan. He got, what did he get, about 6 or something? Yeah. Well done, he's from Dublin, so that's nice.
Well done.
Listening over there, the Irish.
Yeah.
It's good, isn't it?
A German man, just thought I'd let you know this, Carl,
Sure.
Ricky. A German man has been arrested because he taught his dog to give the Nazi salute. And then he made it do it in front of 2 policemen. I think it's an offence in Germany now. That's
Is
a
it?
fascist with too much time on their hands.
No, but is it, it's illegal for a dog to do it as well?
I think so.
I bet he thought he'd found a loophole.
Yeah.
I mean, he's been dying to do it, but he thought, well, I'm not allowed to do it. It's illegal for a human to do it.
Yeah.
Thought he got round it. No.
For a while, it just kept doing the Basil Fawlty funny walk. He's going, no!
No,
You're
don't
undermining
do
it.
that.
Don't do the legs as well.
Oh.
But the reason I mentioned it is because he's German, and what were you telling me earlier about... Carl was whittering on about the Germans earlier. He was saying something about the accent. It's fine with blokes, but not with women. You won't want to go out with a German woman because of the accent.
I just think it's a bit manly, innit?
Sure.
Is it?
Yeah, it sounds a bit hard. I can't imagine having a nice sort of romantic chat with someone.
Well, it's not a romantic language, no. It's quite harsh, yeah, but that's our...
No, but what I mean is, right, I can't speak any other languages apart from this one.
Well...
Right.
You're
Yeah,
struggling with this one.
Yeah.
And what I mean is...
Whereas you really do speak the language you love, alright?
if
There's some condoms, where's me tea?
Yeah.
What I'm saying is, if a French woman was talking to me, I'd say, I don't know what you're talking about, love, but it sounds good. Whereas a German woman,
Yeah.
I'd go, oof. And she might be saying really nice stuff.
Yeah.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
But then we got talking because, do you know, like, me brother
Sort of a
was...
prejudice, really, isn't it?
In a sense.
What do you mean?
In a sense, it's racist, but anyway, on you go.
Yeah, go on.
It's not really, is it?
Yeah.
But, yeah, my brother was in the army, we've talked about it, haven't we? And
Yeah.
how he got kicked out for going for a packet of fags in a tank and that,
Yeah.
right? But he was, when he was in the army, he was based in Germany for a bit. And, he used to be one for sort of, you know, picking up the ladies and that. He always had, you know, new girlfriends and stuff.
He's a Pilkington.
Used to get through loads of them.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't. I wasn't that bad. But
Well,
my
no, because
brother-
you had things like trouble with your marrow and that. No, you might die, I'm not interested.
Yeah, but no matter what he did, do you know what I mean? When he was a bus driver, he was one of them who always had a woman stood at the front with him and sort of, you know, having a chat and stuff.
Sure.
And he sort of got kicked out of that and stuff. Yeah. But
When he was bus driver, did he own the bus or did he just take it to get a packet of fags?
so
He's in Germany.
he's in Germany, and the army people say to him, "Now we know what you like, Pilkington, right?
Das Pilker.
Don't be meeting up with any German women.
Frauleins. Leave the Frauleins alone.
Not allowed to go out with German women because apparently they get you and then they beat you up and that.
What, the German women?
Why?
Go on.
Don't know. They just said don't because they don't like English army people and that.
Why?
'Cause
See,
I don't know.
the English is your first language, isn't it?
Are you speaking German now? Or?
I can't tell. Don't get out with the Germans, go beat you up and that, don't like English army man. What
See,
is that?
What worries me, Rick, is we've got the face, the body language and things to try and interpret this gobbledygook. The listeners, they just
I
got
mean,
the
it
words.
must be, yeah. It must be just ridiculous for a listener. Right, just do the competition. What was that anecdote about?
Oh,
Don't
just
go
tell me.
out with German women, they'll beat you up.
I'm just saying, when if you're in the army, if you're about to join the army and you think it'll be great, I'm going to meet loads of women over in Germany, it's not going to happen.
Wise words there, wise words.
So this station in public service.
Excellent, okay.
Right, can we just play a song and then do the film?
No, just do the film thing now.
Oh no, let's play a song.
Oh, what are we playing?
Bit of brag.
Billy Bragg,
Yeah.
excellent.
What's this called?
It's called The Saturday Boy, Carl.
That little one.
Billy Bragg, The Sunday Boy on XFM 104.9. Ricky's laughing because he's just thrown something at Carl.
jump.
Yeah, that's worked well. Here are the prizes for the film quiz thing, which I think is what it's called. Brilliant. People will be loving this. It's Trance Anthems,
Brilliant.
2003. We know we got a lot of trance fans listening. The best air guitar album, obviously.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
The best club anthems. Series 1 of Happiness by Paul Whitehouse. The very best of Father Ted on DVD. We've got Teachers. We've got Knowing Me, Knowing You. Not too bad. Yeah, a few bundles there. Good stuff. Christmas gifts and things like that. So
That Knowing Me, Knowing You, I've noticed it on VHS, which is good.
yeah.
That's quite quaint, excellent, brilliant.
Alright.
Yeah. So what's explain the conceit of this?
It's when, you know, we sort of dig out a film that I've been in.
Mhm.
And, this is... I don't know if I'll tell you what film is, because that might be the question thinking about it. Because there isn't that much going on in the clip.
I think we need to know what the film is.
Do you?
Yeah.
Alright, it's Rain Man.
Okay.
Why is he called Rain Man?
Is that going to be the question?
Yeah, I know the answer, Carl, don't worry, don't look at me like
No,
that.
I
You-
do.
Oh, well done, yeah, you watched the film, yeah, you should.
Right, so it's you, Carl, in the film Rain Man.
Yeah, it's the bit when Tom Cruise is in the doctors with the ill man. All right, there we go. You ready?
Well, I'm not a psychiatrist, but I do know that his brain doesn't work like other people.
Wait, I am sat here. Don't go talking about me like I'm some sort of div kid. Got a good brain. Works well. It stores all sorts of information and stuff, doesn't it, Tom?
He remembers things, little things sometimes.
Well, don't say like that, little things, as if it's stuff that isn't important.
Are you good with numbers?
The doctor's asking you a question.
Yeah, no, I'm just thinking. Good with numbers. It depends. Not that good at maths, but I remember facts that have got numbers in them. Like I know that 1 person in 2 billion will live to be 116 or over. Right? Weird thing is a lot of them are Chinese, so, you know, sort of makes you wonder if they're lying.
I'm afraid I don't understand what you're talking about.
What do you mean you don't understand? It's not... Alright, here's an easier one for you then. Goldfish have better memories than people think.
He's right.
He's right?
Yeah.
See? There you go. Goldfish related. Oldest goldfish in the world was 41.
No.
Yeah. Funny thing is there, if it was a goldfish with a dodgy memory, could have been older. Could have been, you know, pushing 45.
That's amazing. I mean, that is amazing. He should work for NASA or something like that.
Well, wouldn't go that far. You know, they're the sort of things that I like reading about. You know, I've got that big book there. It's full of sort
Did you
of...
read all this?
Yeah, just don't...
You read all these stories that
yeah.
are in this book.
Don't bother touching
Maybe
it.
you better put it back.
Give it back. Get off.
Okay, no, Ray,
It's-
take it easy. I'm not gonna... I won't touch anything else, Ray.
Come out.
It's okay, Ray. It's okay. Come on.
Can I ask you something else, Raymond?
No. No, you've annoyed me now. You've kept coming here saying I'm daft and that and messing with my book. Just go, will you?
Excuse me.
Were they messing with your big book of freaky facts? Yeah, that's out of order.
Good.
Alright.
So what's the question? Why is he called Rain Man?
Yeah?
Yeah?
Everyone happy with that question? Yeah?
Yeah.
Okay, Ricky.Gervais at xfm.co.uk. Why is he called Rain Man?
Right?
Yep.
Bad Day, REM, XFM 104.9. That's nearly it, isn't it?
That's almost it.
Got through another one. Got through another one seamlessly.
The film
Brilliant.
quiz, obviously, we had just moments ago. It was Carl featured in Rain Man. The question was, why is he and the film called Rain Man? The answer, Ricky, was...
Well, Tom Cruise's character, when he was little, couldn't say Raymond, and he used to call him Rain Man.
Okay. Plenty of right answers, but we're going to give it to John Steele, who, interestingly, is from West Yorkshire. He's listening.
Yeah. That is,
So they're
that is interesting.
It is.
Yeah.
So that's pretty much that. Is there time for Monkey News?
I think we got to have Monkey News.
Let's
and
play
then that second track from the Ryan Adams
Let's
album.
play the jingle, though, if we can.
Oh, chimpanzee that Monkey News, you
Right. Now, it was back in the 1980s.
Right. So it is quite topical then. Okay. When did this happen then? 1980s?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's about a Colombian F1 sort of, Formula 1 driver.
Yeah.
Apparently these races were going on, right? And someone kept winning them.
Right, okay, forget it. Forget it. No, don't do it. It's 'cause it's rubbish. 'Cause it's rubbish.
Right, so someone kept winning the races.
So this human that kept winning the race. So this human being that kept winning the races, Carl, what was his name?
His name it's Jimmy something.
Yeah. How tall was he? Just out of interest. No,
let's hear the story.
Let's hear the story.
Was he about
the
4
story?
foot
You
8?
might find out if I tell you the story. Right?
Go on.
So anyway, he kept winning and everyone was like, oh, he's brilliant, this guy, who is he, and all that.
Yeah.
But his gimmick, right?
Was never showing his body or face?
That's right. Never
You're
took his
joking.
helmet off.
You're an idiot.
Never took his helmet off, right?
You know the short trousers he used to wear? His trousers were about a foot long, but his shirts, the sleeves were really long.
Anyway, right, so because he wouldn't take his helmet off, and
You're an idiot.
he was taking part in, like, the F3, which is like the lower ranks
Yeah.
of Formula 1 and
Just
that.
get to it. Just get to
Everyone thought it was like a famous driver
Yeah,
who was taking
just
part in that.
get to being a monkey. Then
Anyway,
we can
what
go
happened
home.
was, there was a crash one day.
Yeah.
And the car tipped over, everyone's like, oh.
He ran up a tree?
So,
They were suspecting when he ran away with the ambulance people up a tree and started eating a banana?
so the marshals ran over and the ambulance people were there and they were about to take his helmet off and the marshal was like, don't take his helmet off.
Give away the secret that he's a
Give
monkey.
away the secret and that.
Yeah, chimp. Yeah.
Took his helmet off.
Jimmy Chimpus?
Little monkey under there.
No, definitely not. Okay, let's play Ryan Adams.
Did he survive? Let me
Yeah.
just a couple of questions. Did he survive?
Yeah, he did, yeah. He was allowed to keep all the awards that he won.
Sure.
But he wasn't allowed to take part in any other races.
Yeah, didn't happen. This is Ryan Adams. We'll see you next week.
This is a song called The Shadowlands, also from that Life is Hell album. It's good stuff.
Idiot. Richard Ashcroft, Science of Silence on XFM 104.9. I love that.
Yes, correct.
He's one of my favourite artists now. I just think, he's so, I don't know why he's not ballistic. He's got everything. He's like one of our best rock stars. I'm Ricky Gervais.
Hello there.
You're Steve Merchant.
I am indeed.
Carl Pilkington over there. Big day today.
Really?
Yeah, for Carl. He hasn't been looking forward to it. He's been whinging in the week. A couple of things. He thinks he's overworked. He thinks he's overworked here, and he's stressed. And he's got to do DIY. MTV are coming in right to give him the chance of his a lifetime to do just a little screen test. And he's going, well, I'm not going to look good, am I? They're not going to know why. He said, well, I've got a round head and I'll be wearing headphones. And he's not made an effort. He thinks, oh, they'll put him off. He said, I won't even press record. He's got a spot on his head. I mean. You know, I mean,
Carl,
also
you're not looking forward to it. You're not excited about it. It's a great opportunity.
Why is it a great opportunity?
to get on MTV.
No, but
It's money for old rope,
yeah,
presenting.
but look what's happened to people like Jeremy Speake, whatever his name is, and all
Jeremy
that people-
Spake, yeah.
Yeah, and
Yeah, slightly different.
why is it?
Well,
See?
you're making it in the industry, and you've got something to give. He happened to be around when they were filming an airport. Do you see the difference?
All right, the other one then, he was on a boat.
Same thing,
she's
although at
doing
least she had a
incredibly
skill.
well.
She had a skill, you know. She can sing, you know.
Well, it's just I think it can all go wrong. Do you know what I mean?
Of course it can. so considered in your little room moaning about nothing happening in the world. You know, he wanted to stop educating Ricky because nothing happened. He said, look what happened last week. I scoured the net. He said, all I found was a dog in a car wash and a parrot and a vicar.
I'll
Right?
tell you what, there ain't much more going on this week.
We're talking. Well, listen, me and Steve yesterday we took a day off to prove you wrong, and we've come up with two of the most incredible things I told you about. And they're amazing. So there are things out there. But just go for truth. Go for truth and science and
that's what I do,
discovery.
that's what I do. Yeah,
The fact is stranger than fiction. You don't have to revert to sort of like God and ghosts.
I know, yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
But the funny thing is, you know, like, last couple of weeks I've been saying there's not much going on.
Yeah.
I found out when I was looking that there was a day in 1930, right? It was a Good Friday, there was no news, there was nothing going on. They had to put a music video on or something on the telly, because there was nothing going on.
Play a record. We're going to play some classic tracks today. This is Debaser. Pixies, Debaser. I was looking forward to playing that. Came and said, Carl, I'll play that. I was looking... he put it on. Lauren just called through and said, we played that in the last half hour.
Embarrassing.
Yeah. So,
It's really
what is the
embarrassing.
point of having a producer if he doesn't check things out? So, I mean, it's a good track. I mean, I'm sorry if you heard that twice in the last hour. Go on,
So what
what
I'm
you
going to do
gonna
is
say to that?
listen to everything all the time. I've been running around. I get in early on a Saturday.
You got in about the same time as me.
I went out and bought you some biscuits, so you're happy. I put the coffee on.
Yeah.
I've sorted what prizes we're going to give away. I've been running to the library getting you certain tracks.
Yeah.
I can't listen all the time. I'm doing my best.
Oh, I'm not sure it's good enough. I mean, I'm worried when MTV come in, if they've heard this kind of shoddy production, they're going to start to wonder what
MTV
is it-
play the same songs every 5
Yeah, no,
minutes anyway.
sorry, you sort of overworked because you were on Zoe Ball's show talking.
Oh, hello, what's going on here?
Well, I was in the-
he was
no, I was in the-
exclusively on our show.
no, I was in the car.
I seem to remember, Rick, he was a nobody
Yeah.
that got a chance to come on air and talk about that.
And guess
now
what
he's
he was-
getting auditions with MTV?
Guess what he was talking about on Zoe's show?
Oh, hello.
All the jellyfish stuff and all that about
Can't
getting
believe it. Recycling
Yeah.
material that you've
Yeah.
done on this show.
I phoned in, right, and I went, stop doing material on Zoe's boy. He just hung up on me.
Well, we had a
is
job to do.
Who do you think you are? Your
Look,
ego has just gone through
Hang
the
on a
roof.
minute, hang on a minute.
What?
I had a job to do in the week. They asked me to drive the desk for Zoe, right? They
didn't say
Zoe,
talk.
Zoe, if she
Yes.
talks to you, you can't just ignore her.
Yes, you can.
Well, you
Who
can't.
is she? Who does she think she is? You made a promise to us, a pact, that you were kind of...
Yeah.
Monkey.
Yeah,
What can I
Anakin.
do? If someone takes time off, I've got to do it. It's my job.
Yeah, but you don't have
not
to
your
talk,
job.
you don't have to use...
You're the head of production. We've given you this special gig. This is like taking you out weekends.
Yeah,
And
exactly.
you know, if we find out you're getting too much excitement in the week, we'll have to just calm it down.
Well,
Get another little...
that's it now anyway. It was only last week.
Do you know, I feel like kind of solid. I feel betrayed. It's like you were having an affair behind our back.
Yeah.
And you rumbled
He
it.
was doing all the stuff, he was doing all this like, oh yeah, jellyfish and this, jellyfish
Yeah, because
that.
she was asking, and I thought it was a good way of promoting this show, actually.
Oh, did you mention the show?
Yeah, I did at some point.
Did you? What did you say?
I just said more about that on Saturday afternoons.
So you talked twice. I only heard you talk once, so you're talking all the time.
Well, about 5 times in the week. In the full week, 5 times.
Deary
Right.
me.
And one, it was just stuff.
You
that
could
we
never
do.
be a monk, could you? Chatting away all the time. Right, what have we got?
I
What
blame
pro-
Ball as well, to be honest. I feel Ball's slightly responsible for it.
Yeah.
She can't find her own, you know, Gibbon to get on the show. She
Yeah.
can't find her own kind of, you know, loser, then don't start stealing ours. Outrageous.
Well, coming up. Right,
Yeah,
we've got
maybe we'll get Fatboy Slim in.
Indeed.
Next
Yeah.
Saturday, if you're listening, Slim,
Yeah.
come in on the show.
What's his name? Ernie or something?
What's his name?
Norman.
Norman.
Oh yeah.
Right.
Ernie!
Yeah. I don't know.
That's great, Ernie Ball.
Yeah.
He wouldn't change
Ernie
his name.
Cook.
Ernie Cook, that's it, yeah.
Right.
That's great.
Anyway,
Go
coming
on.
up today, we have got Educating Ricky.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay, is this the last one? You've promised it might be.
I believe there's a book out that might help me with this feature, so
Okay.
we'll see how it goes. I was thinking of new features in the week. I've got, what did they come up with? I wanted to do Celebrity Fact Club.
Celebrity Fact Club. Alright.
That's, I've just got to get some celebrities in first, before we can kick that off, so maybe in the new year.
Ball and
Maybe
Cook.
Zoe Ball, yeah.
Ball and Cook.
Yeah,
Start
yeah.
off.
Maybe, right? And I've also got,
Cook and Ball stories.
Yeah. That's nice.
good one.
Cheers. Thanks, Carl.
Maybe you could sell that to Zoe's show.
And I'm also thinking Through the Ricky Hole.
Through the Ricky hole, okay.
What's that?
That's I'm quite...
No, you just got the title again, haven't you? Yeah. Okay, play record.
So, Rockbusters coming up as well.
Yeah.
Right?
Wu-Tang Clan, Gravel Pit on XFM 104.9.
We're playing some great music today.
Yeah,
Rick. I wonder if we should maybe, it's getting towards Christmas, to think about this. Should we dedicate the show to all the people in the world who maybe are less privileged and less fortunate than us?
No.
Okay.
Have you to do the prizes for the
Prizes? Okay. Alright, so screw those who are less fortunate, is what TV's Ricky Gervais thinks. Rick, I know you're a big fan of the likes of Bryan Adams, Robert Palmer, Alien Ant Farm, and obviously ZZ Top.
Yeah.
And so you'll be joining the best air guitar album in the world ever, Volume 2.
Yeah, sure.
Fantastic.
Well, Volume 1 wasn't enough. There wasn't enough.
Exactly. Again, we've seemed to be able to give one of these away every week. Are you just not sending these out? I mean, these are the same prizes we started this game with, I think, a couple of weeks back. Are you just not sending the prizes out?
Yeah, but I want to give, like, more people a chance, because if 1 week they listen in and think, God, I wouldn't mind winning that,
Sure.
if you've got more copies of it, they'll go, well, I'll listen next week.
Okay.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Yeah.
So again, this is one of those, the best songs you've heard on an advert ever. albums.
Mainly mobile phones?
Mainly mobile phone adverts, yeah, although there is the Smash Mouth one, which is used in the Ford Fiesta TV ad.
Oh, yeah. Walking on the sun or something.
I forget what it is. The Smashing Pumpkins album that we've given away in the past again,
Yeah.
I've got a bulk order of those that can't shift them. Wild Weather, I don't know who's interested in this. This is
Is that a double box set VHS of different weather? That's amazing.
Yeah, there's
That is
two
amazing.
cassette tapes there. It's presented
How long
by
is that?
Donald McIntyre. It's a thrilling trip with the most exciting forces of our wild and turbulent world.
So I'm
Clouds,
right in saying
weather,
it's a double VHS
Stuff like
video
tornadoes
set
and that.
of different weather.
Yes.
Brilliant.
Yeah, no, it's got, I mean, it includes the fastest winds, the
Oh,
hottest
you're
desert,
joking.
and the biggest rain machine on the planet. That's something I think you have to...
God. I wonder if I hope they're bringing out another box set, Soil,
Yeah, absolutely.
just goes through different mud.
And this you may be of interest. I've read good reviews of the DVD of this. It's a 2-disc set. The Wicker Man,
Oh,
the classic
right, a
70s
great
film,
film,
but
yeah.
it's got a bunch of extras
That
on
is
there.
actually quite a
that's
good
actually
film.
worth having. I would probably throw the rest away.
But the
palm
Wicker
it
Man,
off
get
on
it on
Sunday
DVD,
Christmas.
and it's quite very interesting.
Yeah, but you'll enjoy that.
So what this
prizes.
Rockbusters, is it?
Yeah. Oh, that's for Rockbusters.
Brilliant. Well, I say get the ball rolling now.
What, of Rockbusters?
Yeah, get the ball
I don't know, I
rolling.
mean, tease them, Rick. Don't sort of spunk all the good stuff early on. I mean, that's dynamite.
you can say spunk, I can't. Go on.
Oh, well, we've got, actually, it's quite good moving it about, because we might have some new listeners here.
Yeah.
I would have
the-
thought so.
Yeah. Not after last week.
No.
Right, okay, so if you haven't heard it before, I'll give you some initials. It's like initials of an artist or of a
It's
band.
Blockbusters.
And a cryptic clue to who the band is. There's 2 easy ones, 1 difficult one. First one is, That'll Never Get Off the Ground.
Right.
Yeah?
That'll never get off the ground. The
That'll
initial?
Never Get Off the Ground is the clue.
Not
and
LZ.
The initials are LZ.
You are joking.
2 easy ones.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Right, and then you've got, that woman's got her husband's gloves and a pair of her own. Right?
Say it again.
That woman has got a pair of her husband's gloves and she's got a pair of her own. That's HH. Right? It's a bit of a difficult one. And then the last one, you'll get a right load of bacon off them. Right?
You'll get what?
A right load of bacon off them. That's L.
L.
Yeah, so once
You'll
again,
get a
very
right
quickly,
load of bacon off of them.
you'll get a right load of bacon off them. So first one, That'll Never Get Off the Ground, LZ. That woman has got her husband's gloves and she's got a pair of her own. That's HH.
Brilliant.
And you'll get a right load of bacon off them. That's L.
And it's
So,
an email-only competition.
Email only, ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk, and we pick a winner before the end. So,
And you can win that
all that stuff.
With Wicker Man.
The weather.
Best of the weather.
The best of the weather. That would be amazing. The best of the weather.
As a compilation, Channel 4.
Exactly.
That we-
Winds light to variable.
I love 1976
Remember this
weather.
one from August
Oh,
1979?
it's warm, isn't it? Oh, this is warm, isn't it? Oh,
Best of the
God.
weather.
I'll tell you what. You remember how we always played, like, great music, usually? I'm up
You've
in
not
it.
got another. You've not got another one, have you?
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. Yeah. This is David Bowie driving Saturday.
Oh, infinite again. What? I'm doing the same problem.
I know, beating a biscuit.
Yeah.
David Bowie driving Saturday. That's a great track, isn't it? A crash course for the ravers, eh? That's what this show is, isn't it, Carl? Crash Course for the Ravers. They tune and they go, wow, that's so cool. I wish I was like Carl Pilkington.
You reckon?
Yeah, definitely. You've got to read your mum's clues out, didn't you?
Yeah,
These are just for fun only. This is Carl's mum. She listened one week, and now she sends him a little example of Rockbusters every week.
She's got, what did she send? This group would go well with your Christmas dinner.
Cranberries?
Yeah. They make a few good cupboards.
They make a few good cupboards.
Yeah.
The Carpenters. I was thinking of EMF.
What else?
I was thinking B&Q, the B&Qs.
This group thinks of lots of things.
This group thinks of lots of things.
Yeah.
Go on.
Imagination. I think they're the best ones.
Yeah,
well, if they're the best ones, let's hear the others.
obviously we want the worst ones then.
Here's one more. She'd really like Blackpool.
She'd really like Blackpool. She'd really like Blackpool.
Fairground attraction. Not bad.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Right, so there's
Does she write anything else in the letter, or does she just send them like on scrawled on the back of, I don't know, a till receipt?
She did with the first
Quick
one. Now
save.
it's just the Rockbusters.
Right.
Really?
She doesn't bother asking how you are, or
Well, I speak to her in a week on the phone, so it
Yeah.
doesn't-
what kind of conversations would you have then with her?
What do you say?
Stuff.
Do you moan about how overworked you are and stuff to her?
they're always surprised when I'm getting in late and that. It's like, what have you done today? Oh, I've just got in from work and it's like 8:30 at night.
A lot of people get home at 8:30, Carl. Next.
Just saying, how's the flat going? I was
Yeah.
asking my dad some DIY tips the other day. Usual sort of stuff you talk with your mum and dad, really.
Yeah.
Talking about the Bisons with them. I was watching, did you watch The Mammals in the week?
No, we
David Attenborough.
No.
I was thinking, actually, right, all this MTV stuff, if there's one reason why I'd like to do it,
Yeah.
is I was watching Attenborough, the Mammals programme. I reckon I could do something like that.
Right.
And just have like me, instead of Attenborough, like a young sort of fresh person,
Yeah.
watching like certain animals and saying, do we need these? Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Oh God! What's going to be death on earth?
Well,
That's amazing. Do we need these?
And,
No, 'cause there's loads of
and the
stuff.
audience at home would vote. Would there be some kind of
Yeah,
telephone
like a
vote?
vote out system.
Oh,
But the
that-
thing is
Yeah.
it's something interesting that Attenborough was saying the other night on on Jonathan Ross's show, on his telly show, right? He was saying, he said you could take all the humans off the earth and it would carry on, but take like some animals off it, mammals and that, you got problems on your hands. I thought that was quite interesting.
Yeah.
So it's like the question is, do we need these? Is that part of the big thing?
Right.
Like jellyfish.
Yeah.
We've talked about jellyfish.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So which mammals in particular were
You
you
talked about that on
watching
Zoe
that you
Bull
thought-
show, haven't you?
Hey?
Which mammals were you thinking we don't need when you watched the show the other night? Any in particular that you thought they don't need them? They're not of interest.
Well, I like whales, but I don't know what they do. And they're taking up quite a lot of room.
Sure.
But stuff like,
Yeah.
but like jellyfish, I looked into because
Yeah.
I
well,
was
know you
talking about
don't-
them, and they were saying they've got no eyes, no heart. There's something like 97% water.
Yeah.
They're blind, and they do about 33 miles a day.
Right.
So it's like, do we need them? Could we clear them out?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, a big net.
That would be the programme. What? Right, we'll get rid of them. Next week we'll be looking at.
Rhinos.
I think it's genius. Honestly, I think it's genius. And like going along, sort of like picking up sea anemones and going and just lobbing them into the sea.
Well, what do you think about MTV doing that? And then I just, in between the bits,
Play music
I
videos?
play music
That
related
relates
to
to it.
fish, so I could play like fish,
Yeah.
like Rock Guy, or the animals,
Rock lobster.
yeah, or what else could
This
I get
could
in
run
there?
and run.
What other songs have got animals in them? The
Well,
monkeys, could play the monkeys.
Yeah, there's about 1 million, so let's not start this.
No,
Yeah,
but, do you know what I
Yeah.
mean?
So do we need this?
So MTV
Carpet.
flies you around the world
And
to the
you-
most incredible exotic locations. You sort of climb up a tree or whatever next to, I don't know what lives up a tree, some kind of rare parrot. You say, look
Sloth.
at that, it's colourful,
Sloth.
it's
Oh,
interesting.
you like sloths, don't you?
No, they just live up trees, but I'd say, do we need them?
Why?
Well, what do they do?
What do you mean, what do they do? What do you want from an animal? Carpentry. What do you want?
I don't like scorpions, right?
Right.
But then I found out they look after those monkey things.
They're not monkeys, they're lizards!
Well, alright, yeah, they're lizards. They look after the lizards. So there's a reason.
But do you need the lizard? Could be your next
Yeah,
question.
because the local people made shoes out of them.
But not when the scorpion protected them, they didn't.
Alright, we don't need them then.
So, and so ultimately, would anyone decide? I mean, do the animals kind of get a chance to mount a case for their survival? I mean, is there maybe someone that comes into their corner and sort of defends them?
I'd have like a David Attenborough type character who says,
Right.
well, they do this, and I'll go, yeah, but do we need that doing?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And so what does an animal need to do in order for you to feel that it sort of gets a chance of life? I mean, like a pet, like an animal, like a dog maybe, or a cat, I mean, they give a certain affection to its owner. Is that a valid reason to survive? Not particularly for you.
Not really.
No,
I've
okay.
been saying that though, blind people use dogs, so they are useful.
So dogs are useful. St.
Farmers
Bernards,
use
they often
dogs.
save people, don't they, in
Yeah.
snowy weather?
Cats. I'd have to think about it.
Okay.
Keep the mice down.
Yeah, but you got rent to kill. So
Okay.
what I'm saying is something that will affect the world.
Right. I think you'll find everything does. I think you'll find everything does.
Except Carl. I'm not sure what effect he's having on the world.
I tell you what though, Steve, right? Did you watch the mammals?
I didn't see the mammals.
They had bison on it.
Right.
The weirdest looking things you've ever seen.
Yeah.
They've really
Again, you're on dangerous ground here,
but
Carl.
they've really got a. It's like decide what you want to look like. It's just a mismatch of stuff. It's got a really big hairy head.
Yeah.
And like you.
Sort of bald at the back.
Right.
Sort of
It's like
thinner.
someone you went to school with.
Was there two of them? Ah, brilliant.
From the album Original Pirate Material, it's obviously The Streets, and an album track from that, It's Too Late. Fantastic, isn't it?
Yeah.
I know everyone's raving about it being, you know, one of the albums of the year, but it is, I think.
It's great. That's brilliant. I love the backing as well. It's just so good. The lyrics, the things you go, they're my favourite band of the year. Next week then, we'll do all our favourite songs of the year, shall we?
No, I think it's got to be 2 weeks' time, hasn't
Oh,
it?
2 weeks, is it?
Yeah,
do
I'm
the
away
Christmas.
next week as well.
What do you mean you're away next week? What are you doing? Zoe Ball show?
I'm going up north again.
Why?
So Claire's going to be here with you.
Okay. Yeah, at least
What are you doing up north?
she does her job.
Just Suzanne's dad's birthday. So
I bet he's a party animal. I've read that they really kick off, don't they? Is it? Yeah. When?
so
You gonna be raving?
can't concentrate now.
Oh, and he's all stressed because the lady from MTV's here. She's going to film his little face.
So
the
what-
the things he said in the week, he was so worried. He's got worried about the spot on his head. That won't come out. Just you got your best side.
He's on that side. That's all right.
Alright. Yeah, the camera's out. Look, he's getting nervous now. Okay, Carl. Ignore the camera. Okay, just ignore the camera. Okay. Now, me and Steve have done our research for you, and we've got two amazing things to tell you. What's the turn first? About the baby or the...
Well, they're
crab?
both equally fascinating, so you choose.
I'll tell you the crab thing first, right? Steve actually saw this thing in The Guardian the week about our research thing, and then we looked it up, we looked into it on Friday, and it is incredible. Right, listen to this. There's a thing in a bay in New England, right, where it's like the biggest, they make silicon chips and stuff for computers, right? And because of the data protection thing, after they've done them, because they have to destroy the plates, right, well the information's sort of put onto them, but there's still flakes of silicon. They sort of grind it down straight away, and some of the flakes got into the bay, okay, but some of the information's still on even the slight granules of silicon. Anyway, gets in the water, and silicon is rather like a carbon derivative. They reckon if there'd been life on another planet and it wasn't carbon-based, it'd be silicon-based, because that's simple sugars and it's just COH and that, and it can work with silicon, right? Anyway, the crabs have been taken up, it's in the water, and they looked out on the beach, and over years the crabs have started sort of putting themselves in formations, like geometric format, and they couldn't work out why they were doing this. And when they put them in the experiment, they sort of like chopped them up, and they found they'd taken on silicon, and it had sort of got into their brain, and they were downloading information. They picked up little things, because it's just chemical, you know, like electrical impulses that got information off the silicon chip, and they were interfacing it. But this is the amazing thing. One bloke sort of thought of this, and he thought, well, if it's a simple computer with a brain, if it's just a simple sort of electrical thing, then maybe there's sort of, you know, we could get it down. So what they did is they made a thing called a biointerface. And they put it into the crab's brain, just a really simple brain, so it's measured on the right? And it got impulses from it, and they were getting, like, computer, just flashes of, like, symbols and geometric things right on this screen to read the crab's brain. And it was stuff like, you know, fragments of a...
what made them do this in the first place?
Because they saw the crabs behaving differently. They were behaving differently to each other. They were just like, they were, you know, intelligent, and they were sort of solving problems and all this sort of stuff. Anyway, when they downloaded the thing, it was like they found one of the secretary's names where it had been on the silicon chip, where it was just like a flash of a computer screen. But the most amazing thing is, they downloaded a memory, right? It was like a snapshot where it had been burnt onto the retina of the crab, just a snapshot or something, and it was like a picture of the beach, like a couple of years ago, right? And they also did, incredible, it was like just a digital black and white sort of thing, so they could see what the crab had seen.
Amazing.
Jeez.
Amazing.
So
Intelligent crabs.
what are they doing with them now, then?
Super brain.
Well, they think, this is the upshot, they think they could use it as spy crabs, because they could get these crabs. Also, the other thing is, as generations went on, right, so they'd put a crab in the sea or something, right, lots of crabs in, and then as generations went on, a newborn crab, they downloaded the memory, and it had the memories of its great all together. It had every memory that any crab had been related to it beforehand, because it passed it on. It just passed it on.
So not even ones that had been eating the silicon stuff.
Yeah, no,
These are just like ones that have had kids.
yeah,
And they've got like,
and they know so you'd know everything. Your everything right the way back.
So would that work if we ate silicon?
Well,
possibly.
So what are they gonna?
Well, they can
Yeah.
use them for all sorts of things, though. I mean, that's what's incredible. I mean, I don't know how you train it particularly. I don't know, it'd be quite tricky to train, but I'm assuming if they can do it that way, then presumably they can give
be
it
like a
certain
load-
silicon information, which
Yeah.
they can then plant in it, if you like, within its sort of food.
Also,
as
if
it
you
were.
get them onto enemy
you get it
beaches,
hun- yeah.
you'd have like 1,000 digital cameras just
Yeah,
But
totally
they-
sneaking
they-
around. You could get, like, you know,
They
Osama
don't-
bin Laden or someone just
They
crawling
don't.
around
They
in
don't
the sand.
understand the information they've got.
No, they
then.
don't know they're doing
understand
it. They just download them.
So
That's the
they're-
thing, so they're
but
not,
the
it's not
one-
like you could torture them and they wouldn't be able to sort of give you the information, because they wouldn't know what information they had, because they're just
But the
like a
crab,
computer.
the first crab they downloaded, they just kept seeing the same picture of a big crab feeding it, which they...
Really?
Yeah.
Wow. That's what, like its mother crab or
Yeah.
something?
As it was memories of it as a child.
But they're not in colour, presumably,
No,
because
it's all in
they-
black and white.
they're all in black and white.
It's just a digital camera, because it's just they don't see in black and white, so it's just like a, I don't know, I think it's burnt onto the retina or something. And the only one that they kept were the ones they saw a lot of the time.
I mean, in a way, some of the educating Ricky I've got for you today is on the similar lines.
Right.
Oh, you've got to be impressed by that. You've got to be
No,
impressed by
that's
that.
pretty good. I mean, I'm interested to see, you know, what they do
What
with
they
it.
do with what the crab developments are.
But yeah, no, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
But I mean, amazing.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Well,
That
just
is-
digest that information, because that's not even the most impressive one we found.
I think it is.
I suppose it's pretty impressive, but the next one's maybe more shocking.
Okay, right.
But
so
let's play a tune, and Ricky's got another extraordinary clip.
Oh,
The Cure, Love Song, classic, on XFM.
So that's the crabs that you can download their memories.
but what about other animals that are in the sea, in that same sea, eating the stuff? Have they tested them
I
yet?
don't know. I think they just took it on because their biology, something to do with. I presume they can take up minerals, and you know, I don't know why. I don't know. But anyway, next one. It's just on the horizons. A bodybuilder, yeah. Married,
freaky.
had another bodybuilder, married another bodybuilder, right, and they're pregnant. And they had these tests, and the baby was very large, but it was causing it pain, right, in the thing, right? And after this,
It is
this
extreme.
this
It's
is-
almost bizarre, and like...
yeah, after the female woke up pregnant after 7 months, and the baby,
It's walking around.
no, had forced its way out of the vagina.
Oh no way.
Yeah, it forced its way out, and it was
because
it's
it
crawling on-
almost had like super strength, like
and it was pulling her along by the umbilical cord, and that, and it was a stone.
extraordinary. Now that's freaky. I mean, you
because
talk
it-
about
yeah.
freaky stuff.
That's made up.
What?
It wasn't pulling her along.
It
Yeah,
was.
well, no, it was pretty. She could feel it.
Exactly. and it was, do you know what I mean? Like, just went, and just sort of squeezed
Just
its way
got out, because it was
Just
ready.
climbed out.
Because all the hormones
Because it
and
thought
stuff.
it was ready.
Oh, God.
Imagine that. Just waking up and finding that in the bottom of the bed. Freak out, wouldn't it? Because you'd think it was a nightmare initially.
And it had hair and everything, didn't it?
Yeah, because all the hormones, they were like a
See,
hair almost
there
had a
was-
beard.
there was something in the week about, you know, you've got test tube babies and that now, haven't you? But they've managed to do it. I only caught half
I
the
knew he'd
story.
be more impressed by the crabs than that. He doesn't care if it's
No,
you.
I am. I'm telling you
Go on.
though, that there was something. I only caught half the story because I was busy. But there's something about babies being able to be born without having any people involved. Or something. It's like putting them in the oven or something, and it's like a cake. And after a certain amount of time, it's ready.
I think you can buy those in Argos for kids at Christmas.
It's my first baby kit.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
There's Play-Doh, I think, that they can buy.
Yeah. So what do you think of that then?
The baby one.
Yeah.
I prefer the crab one,
Yeah.
but the baby thing's pretty horrible.
Yeah.
So it was bigger than like the average.
Yeah. Both made up. We made those up.
Yeah, they're both
they're
rubbish.
both
I mean, they are
bullshit.
both rubbish. Despite the fact they're both rubbish.
Yeah.
They're interesting.
We made those up. Both those stupid stories up.
Yeah.
Imagine downloading a crab's memories and seeing its mum feeding it as a child.
Both utter rubbish.
I had trouble.
Yeah.
I knew I was going to have trouble with pushed its way out of the vagina.
Yeah.
I practiced that about 30 times yesterday with Stephen. I was going, I'm not going to be able to do it, mate.
Yeah.
I'm not going to be able to say that.
Yeah.
Are you disappointed?
A little bit. I mean, the baby one's a bit sort of out there.
Yeah.
I wasn't really having that one.
No.
But the crab one,
See, now, what's interesting, I think, is a useful experiment, Carl. I don't know what it's taught you about yourself. But would you say that that's revealed to you a certain thing? I don't know, maybe... that you're a bit gullible. I mean, you know, what I'm saying is maybe you shouldn't accept or swallow hook, line and sinker everything you read on the web. Do you not think maybe a valuable lesson
I
there?
feel bad because I said to Steve, he won't be annoyed that we conned him, he'd be annoyed that they're actually not true. You'd love that crab thing to be true, wouldn't you?
it wouldn't surprise me if it did happen one day.
Sure.
Yeah.
So, and
Yeah.
the dude's laughing.
And he's in the break when I said about the crabs, he went, well, I'm keeping them then.
Yeah.
It's
yeah.
cute, yeah.
Right, well, I know what you're getting at with the educating Ricky, but you know,
Let's see.
you've got 3 titles
Yeah.
that I tease you with, different stories. You take your pick, and I teach you something that
Yeah.
did happen.
That's a little bit of venom.
Uh,
Yeah, go on.
First one is don't rub it too hard, you'll get a rasher.
I bet that's bacon related, knowing you.
You've got enough is anus.
Say that again.
Enough is anus.
Enough is enough.
Well,
But it's changed to enough is an anus.
yeah. And
Okay.
you've got
Yeah.
you've also got will it be a bloke? Oh no, will it like a bloke or a woman?
What?
Will it like a bloke or a woman?
Will it?
Yeah,
Will it like a bloke or a woman?
Wow.
yeah. So they're your 3 stories.
Okay.
today.
That sounds exciting.
Okay, well, I'll have will it
Well, we're
like...
going to play a record now, Rick, surely.
Yeah,
and,
okay.
And come back with...
Sorry about the crabs and the big
educating Ricky.
baby.
All right.
It's a valuable lesson, really.
I'll think of a title for him. Yeah, Oasis. The Hindu Times. Carl just did his little screen test down the lens, and he said, "Just look at the camera." He went, "Right, do you want to know about MTV?" She went, "Well, it might be VH1." He went, "Right." It did Rockbusters. Then after the break, some Genesis.
I'd
dear.
watch it.
You didn't tell me she wanted all this. I thought you said, because I said you just bring your own camera in and we'll put it down on some tape and pass that on to her.
Yeah.
So now, I'm doing 2 jobs at once again. This is what I'm saying to you in the week. I'm juggling jobs all the time. I tell you.
Right, come on then.
How much do I get?
He looked straight at the camera and said that.
Right. So, 3 stories. Don't rub it too hard, you'll get a rasher. Enough
forward to
is anus. And,
And we'll have that one then.
that one.
Yeah.
Right, well, do you believe in palm reading and stuff?
Yes.
Sorry, yes.
Yep.
Yeah, of
Yeah.
course. Sorry, I forgot. Yes, of course we do.
Right, well, there's a fella who, he used to do palm reading.
Oh, yeah.
But a lot of people, he found that when he went up to him in the street and said, "Do you want your palm reading?" He was like, a lot of them were like, you know, "Oh, you know, I'm a bit ashamed of my nails and stuff because they're a labourer or they're a cleaner or something like that.
I know a lot of labourers are slightly embarrassed by their nails.
Yeah.
No, but
Yeah.
so if
Look at my bloody hands, Reg.
well,
That's that hod carrying.
did I ever tell you that? Did I ever tell you that I got picked at school to make tea and serve biscuits to old people because I've got good nails?
No, go on. Is there any more to the story?
Well, that's about it. I mean, we used to do like, I think the head teacher must have been getting something, maybe getting his mum in there for free or something in this old people's home. So he offered the kids of the school, he said, right, all sit at your desk and put your hands on the table. And everyone did. And he walked past mine and he said, not bad, not bad. Yeah. And he said, you've got the afternoon off, you can go and serve biscuits and tea to the old people.
What did you say?
I said, all right then.
Was that? Yeah.
Good afternoon. But anyway, so these...
Yeah, what did you do?
He just sort of walked around and went, you know, right, do you want bourbons or digest?
I bet you get on with old people, wouldn't you? I'd love to see maybe
Especially the senile ones.
Yeah, no, but I'd love to see you on VH1, just in a link, and just go, you know, they've just played, Robert Palmer, right, and it comes to you in a little park, and you just sit next to an old lady and go, alright, and you go, yeah, not too bad, you go, what do you think of London? Crap, innit? And she goes, yeah, it's awful, innit? And you just have a talk, and you go, alright, well, she doesn't like it, in excess.
Yeah.
That's what I'd like to see.
I still think my idea is better, but... So what are you going for then? Oh, you've picked one, haven't you? Yeah, so this fella...
So there's palmists going around the streets.
Yeah, he's going round and
randomly trying to give palm readings.
They're losing money, hand over fist.
Yeah.
Right. So they said he's what he's done. He's reading people's bottoms now.
Sorry, whoa. You just, I didn't quite follow that. He was a palm reader, that wasn't making money, so now he's going up to people in the street and saying, can I see your arse?
Basically, yeah.
So from being a palmist to an arsonist.
Well, they just, that's what he does. He said the same sort of lines and that you get on your hand, you get them on your bottom, and he can read them.
Right.
Yeah, he's not a pervert or anything, or making up as he goes along.
No, that's it, that was that.
So, sorry, if a man came up to you in the street and said, can I have a look at your arse?
Can I read your arse?
You'd drop your trousers, would you?
No, if you went up to him and they said, oh, I'd rather you didn't, because I'm a labourer, I've got bad fingernails.
No, that's why I've seen, that's what a lot of labourers, they're showing their cleavage, you think, but actually they're having their arse read.
Absolutely.
That's that's what it is.
And then, right...
So is that the end of the story?
Yeah. But then because...
That's it. Educating Ricky is there's a bloke who reads arses.
No, but
You're
then,
a mentalist.
But no, but
what are you talking about?
But then, do you know, like, now and again I come up with a little jokey line. Thought I'd make an effort today for VH1 or MTV.
Yeah.
Little line there. Don't worry, it won't last. It might just be a splash in the pan.
Okay.
Phil Collins next.
Yes, let's play some Phil. Let's play some Phil.
Oh, this is the best show. I mean, off air, obviously. I'm sure people at home aren't enjoying it as much as we are, but Carl is continuing his, what do they call this? A screen test. Yeah, that was let down by Radiohead. Carl, what are you thinking? What are you thinking?
I just think it's not right, really, is it? I'm trying to do a job whilst trying to get another job.
Yeah, but a lot of your presenters are on MTV now.
Yeah, but...
all of them have got Zayn in their name, but, you know...
Yeah, it's not really right, is it?
Go on.
But, right, so,
you better get that idea. Carl Zane Pilkington.
Educating Ricky, will we carry on?
Yeah.
Right, you've got left. Don't rub it too hard, you'll get a rasher. And, will it like fellas or will it like women?
Well, you said wool before.
Yeah, will it.
Go on then, I've wool it.
Right, now this is similar to the one you were talking about before, right? They found out that, Scientists.
Oh, yeah.
I've found out
17th century?
that, like now, 1 in 10 rams are gay.
1 in 10 rams are gay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that was like, wool it. That's how I could get that in. They got a load of gay and straight rams.
Right.
They worked out which were which first. They said, right, that bunch there is a gay bunch.
They looked better, they just had more pride in their appearance.
And the other ones you know, the straight ones, and then they gave them to this scientist and said, right, go on, do what you've got to do. And they took the brains out of all of them.
Just to check.
And they did tests on the brain, and it worked out that they've got something smaller in the brain. The gay ones have got something in the brain that makes it smaller. And they said, right, well, that's probably how it's going to work on males. On like males and females and like humans.
So you took from this that gays have smaller brains than straight people?
No, there's something in the brain.
Right, go on.
So if someone's saying, you know, oh, I'm a gay, or they're not sure or whatever, they will now be able to find out.
So you can go to the doctor and to find out if you're straight or gay.
Is there any gay in my brain? Let's have a look. Do. You've got a little bit of a gay in you, yes, a little bit of gay in there. Yes, you've got the, you've got a little bent cell there.
Well, that's why they did it, anyway.
I don't understand how they could differentiate which were straight and which were gay to begin with, before they then gave it to the scientist. Wasn't that what the scientists figured out? How could they tell?
There's one theory that it's genetically determined. There is one. There is a theory that's genetically determined, but I don't think it's as easy as pulling a sheep's brain apart and finding a little pink sort of like blob in there, going, right, we've taken the guy out, now he's going to go and shag some ewes. I don't think it's that straightforward, although homosexuality does occur at a similar sort of rate in animals, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
you knew that, didn't you?
So that's that one. I mean,
I just like the idea of the farmer figuring out which is straight and gay. Well, that one's wearing quite a camp-looking neckerchief. So I'm thinking maybe he's gay.
Is that, yeah. I love the fact they can,
that one's a big fan of Sophie Ellis-Bextor.
Yeah. They put on ABBA and see which ones dance.
Exactly,
That's how they...
Which one, put on like Barbara Streisand and see which ones sing along.
that shit is rubbish. What did I find out?
What did you just say? That is rubbish.
No, I found out other stuff in the week that didn't make the top 3.
Wow. We haven't even had the...
This must be mediocre stuff. This must be really bad.
Yeah, or it might be dubious. Go on.
There's a woman in Ireland who has been with a fella for 11 years.
Yeah.
She always saying to him, you know, when are we going to get married and that? And he's like, oh, we don't need to. You know, we're happy and that. You know, like I am with Suzanne, it's like, there's no point, really.
Yeah.
Unless you have a kid, I don't think you need to, do you?
Right.
So, he was like, we'll do it in time and all that. Anyway, he comes home from work one day. He says, oh, go on then, we'll get married. She was so shocked, her hair fell out.
Did you get that?
Wow.
So
That's extraordinary.
And what did he say? Oh, I'm not marrying you, Baldy.
yeah. Well,
She was so shocked her hair fell out.
Yeah.
I love the idea of it just going to the ground.
yeah. What else?
Right, that's
didn't make
rubbish.
it. That
That's
didn't make
rubbish.
it.
That's rubbish.
That
That's
didn't
rubbish.
make it.
Next.
You've also got
It's weird, isn't it, Rick, that the stories that we made up are more plausible than the facts he's actually
I
giving
think we
us.
tried too hard. I think we tried to...
That's what he's willing to believe. He's willing to believe that a woman's hair fell out when her husband came out, so let's get married then. Oh, you old romantic.
well, yeah, then here's a good one.
Go on then.
Right, in Dubai, this woman went to Dubai for a holiday. And she was over there, and apparently in the markets
Bitten by a spider?
they sell lizards.
Oh, go on.
Right, just like for people to buy. So she buys one, not knowing that you're not really meant to take him out of the country.
Sure.
Puts it in a bag.
Yeah. As you do.
What have you? And then she gets to the airport when she's going home. She's thinking, I can't really leave it in my bag.
Yeah.
So she puts it on her head.
On her head?
Wears it as a hat.
She wore the lizard as a hat?
Yeah. People on the plane were just like, yeah, everything's fine. You know, they're doing the cross checks and that.
Yeah.
Have you got your seatbelt on? Yeah.
There's a woman
great.
there with a lizard hat.
Everything's going well. She gets off the plane at Manchester Airport. Lizard sticks its tongue out.
Yeah.
The air hostess says, what are you doing with that? She goes, I've had it.
The lizard said, I just found her in Dubai.
They said, I've had this with me all journey. And they said, well, you shouldn't have done. And they took it off her.
Yeah, I think that is true, actually.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what about that?
Yeah, good, yeah. Yeah. That educated me. Right, what, any more?
Well, what's that taught you? That's taught you, you know, be careful when smuggling lizards
Yeah.
back some kind of hat.
Yeah, just say, lizard, keep your tongue in, you twat. Not at the customs officer. Yeah.
And, what else?
Anyone didn't quite make it?
Anything to declare? I've got a lizard on my head.
We've got an old saying one if you want that.
Go on then.
Are these ones? Sorry, are these ones that didn't make the list?
These are ones that didn't make it.
Oh, right, okay.
Because I always get more in than I need to, just in case.
Just think if someone's just tuned in now. Is Anders listening? Is
Well, I'll tell you,
Dickie
bizarrely,
Anderson?
I've got an email from Richard Anderson, Dickie Anderson.
Go on.
The Dick Machine, which
The big dick, which
no, this is interesting. I mean, I think we're wearing him down. Ricky, I think your show might be improving.
Go on.
That sense of despair and loneliness I normally feel when listening to your show doesn't seem so bad today.
He's desensitized to it.
Yeah, exactly.
Or he's
We're
given
wearing
up.
him down.
Or he's just given up. Yeah. I mean, you listen to this long enough and your standards will drop.
Let's play a
That's the
tune.
problem.
Let's come back with some more Carl's. I don't want to use the word facts.
No,
It's inappropriate.
he's got more screen testing now. The camera's ready for you. Feeder. Just around Feeder. That's my favourite Feeder track ever. It's bugging me. It's just like a ride track from about 10 or 15 years ago. So if you know, put me out my misery. Email in. It's just like a ride track from about 1990, and I can't. It's just the beginning. Drive me mental.
Ricky.gervais@xfm.co.uk.
Yeah, well, half hour to go. You've done your screen test. Reluctantly. I think you had just such the wrong attitude.
Well, it doesn't matter, does it? I've told you before, if things are meant to be, right, they'll happen. That's how
Yeah.
I've got through my life, right? I'm 29 now.
Yeah.
Never
30,
planned.
ain't you?
Well, yeah, 30, but the camera's still on. Right, so... and everything I've done in my life, I've never sort of planned it. Do you know
Is
what
that
I
how
mean?
you stormed through your exams?
Well,
your GCSEs?
look at the school play doing Little Donkey. I wasn't planning that day to do the drums. It just on the night I couldn't help myself.
And you stole the show.
What happened? What do you mean?
When all the kids were playing Little Donkey, I wasn't meant to be doing my drum set in that track. I was only meant to. I think I was doing We Three Kings or something. But when they started doing it, the tune, I couldn't help myself with the drumstick, just like tapping away
Right.
at the drum.
Yeah.
And then when it came on, I was like, oh, and I started doing it, and like the teacher looked over at me, and I was like, oh, I shouldn't be doing this, but she sort of gave me the nod as if to say, it's all right, carry on, it's sounding good. Then after it, she went, they love that, you can do that again tomorrow night.
Yeah.
So I got like an extra part in the play and that.
Yeah.
That wasn't
So
planned.
you were you were doing the drum part to We Three Kings over Little Donkey.
Yeah.
That's weird. That is like Fatboy Slim or something, isn't it? When they mix up
No.
or Moby.
You're
or-
mashing it up at the age of what, 8?
Yeah. And that's what I'm saying.
And
It
is that
wasn't
when someone was filming it and you could hear your dad on the camcorder going, he looks like a twat?
That's the one, yeah.
Oh.
And that's why I don't want to be on the telly, because I'll always have my dad's sort of echoing voice just saying, he shouldn't be on there, he looks like a... That's it. So that's why I'm a bit sort of nervous about this today.
Really? You think it's sort of quite Freudian in a way, sort of?
Yeah.
Your attitude is que sera, sera.
Well, plus I haven't got the look. I'm not pretending, right, that I should be on the telly. 'cause
What's
it's
wrong with your look for VH1?
It's not right. It's not right.
Jono was on VH1.
Was he?
Yes.
So I'm going up against Jono.
No.
So...
He's gone now, he's moved on.
Yeah, there you go, you see, another one who they gave a chance to,
Yeah.
and then he was like, yeah, I can do that. It's built up, right? They built him up, you can do that as a job, and then they knocked him down, and he probably started eating.
Well, I don't think you can knock Jono down.
He started eating!
Look at him now. Right,
Oh.
So that's what I'm saying, so if it's meant to be, right, whoever's going to watch this tape, thanks for the offer and that, but, time will tell.
Very wise.
So there you go. And I tell you what, actually,
Go on.
right, it's a bit funny because we're looking on the web in the week at different sayings, and do you know the saying?
A round head does not an MTV presenter
No.
make.
Yeah, no. What's that saying? Spark in the pan or something?
Eh?
Flash in the pan?
Flash in the pan?
Yeah.
You know that saying?
Yeah.
That's a bit like what could happen to me, innit? Do you know what I mean? There I am trying to do my normal job, right? And then you bring me in here on a Saturday, next thing everyone's after me.
Yeah.
And then it doesn't work out, and
Yeah.
I'm dropped.
Yeah.
And that saying flash in the pan, do you know how it came about?
No.
Do you know like how years ago they used to dig for gold?
Gold.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And they had like a little pan,
Yeah.
and they'd put the soil in, and they'd rub the soil.
Yeah, and it's shone in the sun.
Now and again it shone in the sun, and they got all excited and were like, oh brilliant, some gold. And then they realised it was just the sun flashing in the pan.
Yeah.
And that's, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So again, that's a bit weird how I saw that saying in the week. Almost
Yeah.
like a little thing saying, don't be getting carried away.
Omen?
So, well, makes you wonder. But anyway.
Not really.
So, things that make you wonder, you saw Darren Brown, what did he do?
Darren Brown,
no,
he's extraordinary.
Yeah, I told him, but I said,
You should peep. A lot of people don't realise who Darren Brown is, and he's, I think, the best illusionist in the country.
we went to Jonathan Ross's house for his birthday.
I didn't.
No, me and Jane, and we went there, right, and there was lots of people there, and Darren Brown was there, and Jonathan got Darren Brown tricks, and it was incredible. He did all these tricks, right? I mean, incredible. It was just amazing. And he did one with a bloke who was there, a friend of Jonathan's. I think his name was Ray, and he got him to give the pack. He said, count the cards, and he counted out 52 cards. Yeah? He went, think of any card in that pack. He hadn't touched it yet. He's counted 52. They were in his hand. He said, think of any card. He said, what was it? He said, 3 of spades or something. He went, find it in the pack. Couldn't find it. He said, count the cards. There was 51. Right, and he couldn't find the card, and he had no idea. And we forgot about it. He went, oh, it's gone wrong, and he forgot about it. And he kept, so he was going, I wonder where that card is, and he kept looking at it. He went, I found out that about a week ago, Ray went into hospital with appendicitis. Yeah? And the surgeon, as we said, there was something crumpled up. There was a thing, and it was a card. It was the card that was in his thing causing appendicitis. And when he came out of surgery, there was a card from Darren Brown saying, was that your card?
That's amazing, don't you think? I mean, that's like incredible.
Thing and what? And then a crab went, I know what it is. It's a 5 of spades. It's another wind-up.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, see, I'm not going to believe anything anymore.
But that's
so if I ever...
You've learned a lesson!
Yeah, but say if all this goes wrong now, right? Cry Wolf and all that.
Yeah.
Imagine I get dropped by MTV.
You haven't been asked yet.
Yeah, well, whatever. Right, they short on firemen because they're always going on strike. I answer the phone, it's you saying the house is on fire.
I don't know what you're talking about now, Carl. I don't know what he's talking about now.
I think somewhere along the line there, Carl has been recruited by the fire brigade.
Did you leave that bit out in the story? Start again.
Yeah,
right,
that's what I'm saying.
Because I just wound you up about crabs, babies pushing their way out of vaginas, and Darren Brown causing offence. Right, yeah.
Little, what's the saying about,
little acorns don't gather any grounds.
Crying wolf.
You can take a fish to water and you can't make it swim.
Well,
Do you know that saying? You can lead a horse to water, but you can't make it drink. Do you know why?
Because its neck's too long.
No, what?
It's got an awkward neck. I don't know.
That's correct. That is correct.
Right, anyway, we've still got to come.
Right,
it's been bad today. I'm going to apologise to people listening today, because
Your mind's not
I haven't been
focused,
focused.
Do you know, have you heard the thing that Rolling Stone gathers no moss? You aware of that?
Yeah.
Do you know where that's from?
Where it's from?
In Woodstock, right, the bands used to go out and get this sort of like moss that used to grow there, and it was sort of like slightly hallucinogenic, right? And they used to come back, and they used to all go out, everyone was out there, mamas and papas were doing it, the Doors, they all came back. But Mick Jagger and Keith Richards would never do it, but they'd smoke other people's.
Yeah.
A Rolling Stone never gathers his own moss. That was what it was. Seriously, Carl?
Right,
That's
so
the
we've
truth.
still got to come. Rockbusters.
Have you heard the saying, a fish in time saves 9?
The clues were...
Have you heard that?
That'll never get off the ground. LZ. You've got...
Have you heard that saying, out of the frying pan into the saucepan?
You've also got... I'm trying to hold it together now.
Well, yeah, no, we're trying to teach you something, Carl.
Yeah, but you're not.
Why?
Because at least my stuff that I tell you, if you go into a pub and told someone...
What? There was a blind girl, she hit her head, she could see. What's that?
Well, just don't get down if your eyes are bad. Right, we've...
No, go round headbutting
Play
things.
the tune, Carl. Play the-
Oh, Carl, come on.
The Undertones, Teenage Kicks, that's one of the tracks on the best air guitar album in the world ever, Volume 2, which is one of the prizes on today's Rockbusters.
And John Peel's favourite track
John
ever.
Peel's favourite song of all time. And, so, Carl, have you got the answers for Rockbusters this week?
Yeah, we have, yeah. We've got, the first clue.
You're upset, Carl.
miserable.
I'm a bit fed up today. The weather's... I knew when I was walking in today, though, that I'd be
But that
down.
video, there's lots of weather on that video, so they can, whoever wins this can go and see sort of the weather you were talking about.
The first one was, that'll never get off the ground. LZ.
Yeah.
The answer there was Led Zeppelin.
So easy.
Yeah, but I said that to you. There's always 2 easy ones and a difficult one.
Go on.
The third one was, you'll get a load of bacon off them.
Go on.
That was L. Long Pigs.
Right.
Yeah. And then the second one was, that woman's got her husband's gloves and a pair of her own.
Yeah.
HH.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was Erman's Hermits. So that's the three answers. I'm sure
Well, I'd
we've
like
got a
to
winner.
give the prize this week.
Herman's Hermits.
There's a lot of...
Herman's Hermits. That is genius, Carl. That is genius. Oh, Herman's Hermits.
There's so many people who are worthy of the prizes, obviously.
Hermits.
I'd quite like to give the prize this week to Tom McGibbon. Just because I like his name. I don't know if I've pronounced that right, but Tom McGibbon.
Yeah.
I'd like to give that to
No,
him.
you shouldn't laugh at
Because he
someone's
lives
name.
in, he also lives in Bloxhall Road. I don't know why I find that. Tom McGibbon of Bloxhall Road. I don't know why.
Well, you've made a mockery of, made a monkey out of the man.
For old Gibbo.
Yeah.
And he's asking that he's got a question there.
What?
Can Carl get rid of slugs? I don't know what that means. I'm almost certain he can. So well done to
if he's been listening, if he was listening a few months ago, he would have known how to.
Go on.
Because I told you what slugs like.
What?
Getting in letterboxes.
How does that get rid of them?
Put some stamps in your garden. They like, they like stamp glue. So
Yeah,
that's
and
what they like.
how does that get rid of them? They'd keep coming back, won't they? Then he goes, I can't believe it, we'd have to climb those boxes now. There's a fella leaving stamps
Just
out
give
for
it a go.
us.
You've won some prizes and I've sorted your problem
No,
out.
how does that get rid of slugs? Leaving stamps out for them, their favourite food.
Because
It's like planting a load of lettuces, they love that.
well, it depends where he's got them. I thought he meant he's got them in his house. So
Oh, to put stamps on the outside, they go, there's loads of stamps out here, lads, let's leave this house.
right. So
Let's get out of this house.
we've got one more.
Go on.
Educating Ricky to
Go on and quick then. And I need educating.
Right. Don't rub it too hard. You'll get a rasher.
How was he going to outwit Darren Brown? You said something in the break.
Oh, I have to say, yeah, Darren Brown, who we bumped into as well, and he did this incredible trick where he puts £40 down on the table. He says, I can tell you which hand you've got a £1 coin in. Let's say 5 times out of 5, you know, so I have a £1 coin in one hand, I put it behind my back, I bring my hands out, and he can tell me every single time which hand it's in by asking questions, by doing various
Well, he
things.
doesn't ask it, he just goes, no, you might have it in that one, you might do the same again, but then you're an intelligent person, you're praying up, he goes, so it's in that one, and he does it every time,
And he
five,
gets
it's
it every time.
incredible.
It's absolutely majestic. And I mentioned this to Carl.
Yeah.
And, well, Carl, you tell me how you think you could outwit Darren Brown. Because your dad used to do this trick, you told me.
My dad used to play this.
How old were you?
Don't know, probably about 10.
So you probably weren't as sharp as you were now then.
So he used to play it, and the way of telling what hand he's got it in, his hand looks bigger. So that's all you've got to do.
That's how he did it then! That's
So
how
to catch Darren out, to catch
It was a bit
Darren out,
different because he did it with golf balls, but
but to catch Darren out, Carl told me, Rick,
He did it with a spud!
to catch Darren out,
Yeah.
the hand which hasn't got the coin in, just make it slightly bigger. Just make it, just like extend it slightly so it's slightly larger, and that'll catch Darren out. He'll never be able to
So
stop
that's
that.
how he did it.
or just put £1 in each hand
Okay.
and wind him up. Just go, no, you're wrong.
You are brilliant, Carl.
Yeah.
Do this one.
Did your dad used to do the one where he takes your nose off of your face and puts it between his fingers?
Did you keep going to the doctors?
Yeah.
Yeah, go on.
Right,
You know how that's done? You know he's not actually taking your nose
It's his
off.
thumb. Go
It
on.
is his thumb.
last one.
Yeah.
Don't rub it too hard, you'll get a rasher. It's been a mess today.
What do you mean it's been a mess?
It's been a mess.
What has?
This.
What? The show?
Yeah.
How has it been any worse?
He's just all over the place. He's no sort of. It's not tight like it normally is. And she'll be going away with this, thinking that's what the show would be like.
She listens
On
to the show.
MTV.
She knows it's a shambles every week. Go on.
Well, don't rub it too hard. You'll get a rasher.
Yeah.
Do you know the saying, ham it up?
Yeah, go on, yeah.
Right. Well, do you know what it means?
Well, it means to overact.
Right. Well, years ago, with actors in musicals and stuff, the actors used to look pretty ill on the stage because they didn't have proper makeup and that.
Right.
Right. So what they used to do to make themselves look a
Rub
bit,
their face in pigs?
well, they got bacon, rubbed it on the face, and it made the face a bit sticky because of all the the pig fat and bit of lard and stuff like that. And then they'd go and get some bricks.
Bricks.
Yeah, house bricks. Rub them together, make some sort of red dust from the brick, and then put the dust on the face. And the fat and the lard and that would make the dust stick to the face. And they'd look well under the lights. And that's where the
They'd
saying.
smell great as well.
Yeah, well,
Lovely. Everyone likes the smell of bacon.
no, but so that's the old ham it up. That's
I
where
like
it
that.
comes from.
I'm not, if it's true, I've no reason to think that it's not.
So that's your third educating Ricky today. So what have you learned?
Nothing. Absolutely sod all.
You've got you're hamming it up.
Yeah.
Rams are gay. They know which ones are gay now.
Now!
And
At last, thank God.
the fella who can hand read an arse.
If you missed the rest of the show, what are you going to make of that? Have you just tuned in?
You are a maniac, Carl.
So-
And you've had your screen test. I reckon we'll be seeing you on MTV or VH1 in the near future.
How much is it? How much? I mean, she can't answer. What do you reckon I'll get? Because you see, the annoying thing is, I've just bought a flat in London,
Yeah,
in central London.
yeah,
MTV's in Camden.
yeah.
I wouldn't have bought in central London if I'd have known I'd had to go there. That was to make my life easier so I could walk to work. So now I've got to go out of my way. So I need to cover that.
To be truthful, I'm not sure that the MTV gig is a certainty yet.
She's pretending she's not sure, but she can't wait to sign me up.
Yeah.
I reckon you maybe start off with a few little interstitials, just like, what do you think make of that, or Carl says, and, a few of them. I reckon you'll make a few grand.
Why has it got to be music? Why can't it be? I think that idea on the Animals is good. I can do film stuff. I can talk about films. Elephant Man. Love that.
Go on then, do a film review, quickly.
Right, well today on film review we're doing classic films, and today we're looking at Elephant Man, John Merrick, one of his better pieces of work. It's a sad film. I've never really been able to watch it all the way through.
Sorry, John Merrick's better piece of work was him being the Elephant Man, played by John Hurt.
Yeah.
Go on then.
Sad film. When I was younger.
Tell us a bit about it. What is it about? Who's
It's
John
about a
Merrick?
fella. It's about a fella who's got a funny head.
Right, tell us this.
And he lives in I think he lives in London in like about the 1930s or something like that, and he's being picked on all the time and stuff. And first time you watch it you'll probably cry a bit, and then the second time you watch it you're just sort of thinking, God, that would be bad, sort of having a head like that being picked on all the time. And the third time you watch it you might think, how does he get his jumper on? Then, don't know, probably bored of it the fourth time. but it's well worth watching, so Elephant Man,
Brilliant.
yeah, see it.
Brilliant.
I think if you want to get on TV, Carl, you'd be better as the subject of maybe like an omnibus documentary. Living with Carl. Or maybe one of those appeals in Comic Relief. It doesn't all go to the people abroad, There's some people in this country that need our help.
See you later. What is it?
That's the Libertines, Time for Heroes.
Oh, yeah. So, Carl, what a great day. Carl, he's done his screen test. That's going back to MTV now, to the big wigs to have a look at. Shouldn't mention wigs. We've had Rockbusters. We've had Educating Ricky. We had Educating Carl.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Claire here next week, so
Yeah.
But you'll be back for the big Christmas spectacular.
yeah, and that's that. I'm not been happy today.
Go on, why?
If someone's listened for the first time today, it is normally better than this.
It's not.
No, it is. It is.
I don't think it is.
So,
I really don't think it is.
so that's that then. So I'll see you in
2 weeks.
2 weeks, yeah.
Alright, enjoy yourself. Best of
Cheers.
luck with MTV.
Alright, I'll see you later.
Okay.
See ya.
Cheers.
There's no place to escape to.
This is the last podcast.
On the left. That's when the cannibalism started.
What was that?
The hottest black woman you've ever seen taking a shower and sucking dick. Where is it? Hard Sex Tube.
Hard Sex Tube.
I love these fucking names. Oh yeah. Slam Hut. Deviant Clip. Deviant Clip is a good one too. Yeah.
Nice.
I don't like UJizz. I don't like UJizz either.
No.
I like X Video. X Video is great. XNXX is pretty great too. XMXX? XNXX. XN. XX.
It's a great band, XNXS. I love it. One of my favorite bands.
Yeah.
Yeah. Are we all plugged in?
We are.
Welcome to the program. It's the last podcast on the last podcast on the left. The last podcast on the left. Marcus Parks. I'm Ben Kissel. With us as always,
Hong Kong Henry Zabrowski. Yeah! Oh, I opened up my fortune cookie today, and it said, "Go fuck yourself."
oh, that's a nice little fortune cookie.
I don't like that one bit.
Yeah, that is ominous.
Yeah. we were discussing
7 toes, 7 whores.
7 whores, 7 toes.
That's my vocal warm-up.
We were discussing some sweet zombie shit yesterday or the last program, and I think we're going to continue it because news of the weird continues to fucking fluctuate all over the interwebs, and the world is officially coming to an end, and pretty goddamn soon.
We tried to come up with a new topic. Basically, I wanted to bring in a whole thing about sigils and stuff like that, and I found it to be very complicated. And then all of a sudden, we just realized, like, the shit's happening outside. There's no reason to come up with a topic because the world is, we are revving up to the end times here. And I don't know. It seems like that there could be sort of an artificial, like, cause to that. I think that America is becoming so convinced that we have an expiration date in December of this year that I think people are really starting to let their hair down.
They're eating the beef.
Yeah.
It's like when you see a beef goes bad on Tuesday, you eat it on Monday, and today, my friend, is Sunday, so we're about to fucking die.
Yeah, everyone's face is looking like a bunch of like a pork chops on fucking half day off.
Did you see that guy who was a truck driver for like 30 years or something like that? Half his face is essentially melted by the sun.
Have you guys learned nothing? Have you learned nothing from that terrible song from, what was it, 1999? Wear sunscreen, you fucking dumb truck driver and asshole.
Convoy. I drive a big good convoy, driving all through the night. We got a great big convoy.
Ain't she a beautiful sight?
18 wheels.
Boy.
I'll rape a woman. You never know.
What's in the box?
What's in the box? Speaking of sigils, a bit off topic, but we're going to record Roundtable of Gentlemen after this 100th episode. Holden McNeely will be discussing his masturbation sigil.
I took a note from our podcast, and I don't know what he fucking wished for. God knows. I don't know what power he wanted.
I just
think he
wanted her to have
power.
one boob, but then like a half a boob, like she had half of a one of a boob cancer.
It's like you're a retard, Dr. Moreau.
It's fine. He's doing great.
And I did convince him to do some pretty weird shit. I was making well, because he asked me
like
for
you
advice,
knew for definite.
like, and I just like was doing the whole thing so straight faced, and just like, and he was sending me text messages and asking what he should do.
If
with
your
it.
pinky doesn't smell like shit afterwards, you done it wrong.
Stick your foot in a chocolate cake and then take your dick out and masturbate with a piece of paper.
Put your dick in a chocolate cake, take your dick out and masturbate. Welcome, everybody.
That sounds really fun.
It's wonderful.
I could do that. You ever heard of splooshing?
Welcome to the conference. I've never heard of it.
Splooshing?
You never heard of splooshing?
Well, I mean,
Cakey
splooshing.
bottoms? Soupy bottoms? Cakey soupy bottoms?
Okay, go on. What is splooshing?
It's a thing where people sit in cakes and fart in cakes.
Oh, just
and then
fart
they
cakes.
fucking-
Cake farts.
And then
cake
there's
farts.
also like sitting in buckets of soup. You sit in soup, you pour soup all over each other. It's for like people who are like stockbrokers. It's very important.
It kind of makes
people like
sense because they literally are sort of like chicken stock. They
Absolutely.
are stock for the soup that they are created.
Once the suit comes off, the soup goes on.
I like it.
Yeah,
Very nice.
Ladle it.
Anyway, continue with end of the apocalypse, or beginning of the apocalypse, end of the world news. Parks, what stories are out there right now?
There's just no end to them. And there has been a new story every fucking day that is fucking cuckoo bananas.
For the last week, yeah.
Each one more titillating than the last.
Here's an update on one that we talked about last week. We kind of glossed over it a little bit, but it was the anesthesiologist who was arrested down in Florida. He was acting erratically. He was pulled over, and
whenever I hear of someone acting erratically, I just better going like, stop, God, hey, fuck up.
I'm president of RGA Records.
That's kind of fun,
Yeah. I feel like that's how hip hop and fucking jazz started.
I put my shoes on my hands.
That's what I imagine.
Oh yeah. No, but you don't see my arms moving herky jerky going like. Where you going, buddy? Where you going? You ever try to walk around a homeless man on the street?
Whoa. Over here.
Whoa, buddy.
Oh,
Whoa.
hey.
Hey, this is no.
Just give me an inch here. All right, let me get past you. All right, I don't want to stop you. I just want you to get past you. All right, I got to get to Dunkin' Donuts.
So this guy, this anesthesiologist, the cops put him in the back of the cop car. He starts spitting blood in the cop's face. Starts spitting blood in the cop car, and it came out. This is not something that was in the original story, but here's a fact that came out. What they found on his body. Here's what they found: $40,000 in cash and a vial of an unidentified substance.
God damn!
I love this dude. Where was he going?
I don't know.
Oh, and he also had a bottle of erectile dysfunction pills.
Could it be a combo of drugs? Could it be? Do they know where the blood in his mouth came from?
No.
From inside of his body.
Yeah, absolutely.
You know?
Yeah, but
did he buy it at the store?
Was it
you don't buy blood
fucking bottle, or did he bite his lips off?
I mean, who knows? I love it though. You don't need fucking, what was it, Extends or Viagra? If you have 40 grand in your pocket, that should make you hard immediately. What man doesn't get a boner over that much cash?
God knows what this guy. So what's the thing? Was he just like non-responsive? Could they not talk to him?
He was responsive.
Yeah, he was erratic.
Erratic.
What did you say?
Yeah, every time you make noises like that, you come like just a hair away from saying the N-word.
Yo, what do you mean?
Nugget! Necrophilia.
I said nugget.
He's a necrophiliac.
It's erratic. It's acting erratic. That's what you do when you're erratic.
Yeah. But this guy was sort of acting like a zombie. And in the last program, we discussed, can zombies fuck? Can zombies love? Can zombies have zombie babies and grow up in a beautiful zombie America? And apparently with this sweet Viagra medication, they do.
I would just love to find out that he was like on his way to see a taping of the Rachel Ray show,
which is also possible.
Like, he's just like, gotta get on time. 6 o'clock in the morning. Gotta get out here. I want to wait to the TV. Tell them where I'm from. And a bottle of it, just cologne.
So, sir, where are you from?
Tampa! Nugget! Where, perchance, is Nugget?
Is there a follow-up on whatever happened to this dude? Is he released from jail? Has he stopped spitting blood?
The only follow-up that I have is what they found on his person.
Man, I think that, God, what the fuck's going on? What does he do? Where is he? What's he doing? What did they charge him for?
He's having
fun. He was pulled over for
reckless driving?
Reckless driving, yeah.
What's the name? What was he driving like?
Erratically.
You're like your grandmother.
How many times do I have to say erratically before you fucking get it that the one adjective that is to be used in conjunction with this story is erratically?
Erratically.
I just
That's an
wonder,
adverb, but erratic.
Can you imagine him being in the holding cell too, and everyone?
I can imagine him.
So what you in for, man? Yeah, driving cool. I drove real cool this morning.
I just
hey guys, give the new white guy some room.
Spitting blood all over the place like a disgusting faucet. I would love if he was played by Don Knotts. I feel like Don Knotts would really capture this person's character. Erratically.
Hey, erratically.
There's just tons of stuff. Marcus, what is the other? There was another news story going on with this.
We have a bunch of news stories.
Here's another one. This one's up in Canada.
I'm sorry to cut you off.
This one.
Canada. Either. I'm sorry.
This one involves a gay porn star up in Canada.
That reminds me of the other porn star guy who killed a girl with the sword. You remember that? That was like a while ago.
Oh yeah, because Satan was inside of her.
Oh yeah.
Makes sense. Yeah.
Gotta get
so this guy, he's allegedly fled to France. Interpol has alerted police forces around the world requesting the arrest of Luca Rocco Magnotta, who police say dismembered a young man and sent his severed foot and hand in the mail to separate Canadian political party headquarters. This man, here's what he did. He posted videos onto Best Gore of him torturing and mutilating cats and kittens before all of this happened. And he also, you're familiar with BestGore.com.
I've heard of Best Gore. I don't go on it because I don't really like gore stuff too much.
I went on Gore for the first time. I went to this Reddit that our friend Holden, he looks at.
Space Sticks.
Space Sticks Reddit. Yeah. And I looked at Gore, and it's so fucking disgusting.
Yeah.
It's really remarkably
gross. It's just fun how we're just a bunch of sack of meat and fucking piss and jizz walking around.
It's humbling.
Yeah,
I really do think that looking at Gore is very humbling.
Well, there was one fella, his entire...
That's why I watch shows about space.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, exactly. We're nothing.
Yeah.
We don't exist. There was this dude, his entire leg was just covered in fucking bugs.
Yeah.
They looked like a silkworm, something like that. Don't you realize at one? How many bugs had to get into your leg before, like, I think I'm going to fucking get these things off of me? What? I mean,
You
what
have to be
happens to
doing
a
a
guy?
lot of drugs. You're like doing a lot of drugs. You're just,
Yeah.
you know,
It's just drugs.
that's just one of your problems. You know, that's
I
just
guess
like
so.
that's like the icing on the cake of the problems, but it's certainly just one of them.
Yeah, definitely. Speaking of drugs,
Oh wait, I'm not done with this
Yeah,
video.
go-
yet.
go with
Or
it.
not done with this one. He also posted a video that shows the actual murder. Shows somebody stabbing a naked man with an ice pick before dismembering the corpse, eating some flesh, and performing sexual assaults with it.
My question is that what is he doing the whole time? He's just like, witness the degradation. I think that would be the scariest thing of like him with a fucking like this clear plastic mask on, going like, hey guys, don't you hate it? Don't you hate it when someone farts in the elevator? Step. Oh guys, I just remember. Hey guys, do you remember Tickle Me Elmo? What's the deal with that?
it's a comedy.
Sawing his fucking foot off.
I think he was half right with the ice pick, but he would be entirely right if he used a what do you call it? Icicle. An icicle is the greatest murder weapon that you can possibly use. The evidence literally melts away. There's no use for fingerprints. They're sharp. They're huge. You could easily impale somebody with right in the fucking cranium.
I think you know what though. He obviously was not really concerned about hiding the evidence.
Yeah, he put it on.
He filmed it and he put it on the internet.
Right,
So
right.
can you see the video of him killing the guy?
I'll tell you one thing.
I think you can.
From where?
I don't know. Yeah, I'm sure you have to search for it. I'd imagine
The deep web?
Spend about 2 hours on 4chan, and it'll pop up
Have
eventually.
you heard of Tor?
Tor? No, I know what deep web is.
All I know
The
is
deep web. That's like one of the major like bulletin. I guess it's like something like Tor and stuff, and that's where you could find. I guess I mean, it's not real. Like there's always like the deep web does not exist, but it's a fun idea. That maybe it's right there.
where is the fucking Nicolas Cage? Character from 8 Millimeter, solve all these fucking crimes.
He's waiting for his pizza to come. These guys, people don't care. No one obviously cared about either one of these people.
No.
No one cared about these people.
I guess
they were
not.
probably missing from set one day, and he's just like, Luca isn't here. All right, get Gregario. But like, not even worrying about Luca.
Well, the guy that he killed was a Chinese dissident.
What?
He's a nice guy.
What do you mean, Chinese dissident?
Yeah. No,
He
a
just didn't like
a
China?
Chinese student. Yeah,
What?
Lin Jun.
Lin Jun, he's a
His
nice
name was
man.
Lin Jun.
Lin
What
Sanity.
was there-
Lin Sanity.
What was there? No. That was a thing called. Yeah, that was like the video was called like the last chapter of Linsanity.
Yeah. After scoring all those points,
Step.
Lin Sanity.
My question is what was their relationship?
That's what I'm
he
trying to
kidnap
find
him?
out right
Turns
now.
out they didn't like each other. Isn't that
And
bizarre?
And this happened this week.
They had been they were gay together.
it was a lover's quarrel.
Yeah, they were in a relationship.
I bet you'll find out that he agreed to do it. I bet it's going to be something fucked up like that. Because you've seen that, right? We talked about this online with like people online who put themselves up to be murdered.
Here's what the background music was. He played a song. It doesn't say which song, but God, I hope it's Huey Lewis in the News. He posted a song from American Psycho on the video. Like, that was the background music.
That's so much fun.
It's hip to cut somebody into squares.
It's hip to be square.
And he killed, and he also had a previously appalled animal lovers by posting videos of himself killing kittens with a vacuum cleaner and feeding one alive to a python.
How do you
This is
kill
like
a kid with a vacuum cleaner?
But you just
Easily, you
have patience. You know, just like have foresight,
It's
Ben.
like the kid just constantly comes out super clean.
No. You just suck up. I mean, I imagine it's like you suck the head into the thing and then you just fucking bash it against the table.
Right.
That's how I kill a kitten with a
That would
vacuum.
probably
This is
happen.
my thing. What do you mean offend animal lovers? What animal lovers watching these videos?
Well, you know
Get
how it
off
is.
the Best Gore. Stop watching Best Gore.
Well, The Sun, the British newspaper, interviewed him months ago. Like this, he posted this 6 months ago. This was apparently this was a news story, and he wrote an email back to The Sun that said, "I'll be back, and this time the victims won't be animals."
Fun.
Yeah, he was gearing up for it.
I'm
They're gonna
really
be
glad
fish.
that no one tried to stop him. That's really fun. No one
freedom.
even put in a fucking inquiry to this guy. Man, I just feel like we're a part of a gigantic psychotic nightmare right now.
We are. Everyone's gone nuts.
I think there's also I was talking about it with Brad Sternagel on the way over here, and we were talking about the fact that there's
Brad Sternagel, a great comedian here in New York City, a total psychopath.
He's great. He's great.
He is a psychopath.
But we were talking about this, the idea that these stories are also coming to light because maybe there's also a grand sort of cover-up happening in the fact that, there's, unemployment is skyrocketing. We've got a weird, fucking presidential election going on. There's a lot of problems everywhere. Maybe it's just a grand thing. Maybe they're trying to whip us into a fucking frenzy.
And it's also possible that, news stories like these, they happen in clusters. No matter what, I know this is fucking weird, but whenever you get you get, here in New York,
human beings are a pack animal. We're a herd animal.
Exactly. Yeah, and you get...
news is the pack animal because these things happen all the time.
Yeah,
but the news stories are oh, this one's really hot. Someone's eating a dude's face.
In fact, our friend Jeff Klingman sent me a list of eating murders that date back to May 25th of last year,
I love it.
Or no, they date back to January. Say January 12th, police say a man in Indiana accused of stealing a car threatened to hunt down and eat his arresting officers, their families, and police dogs. January 27th, a Florida man has been arrested for allegedly hacking to death a Connecticut man and eating the victim's eye and part of his brains.
Nice.
March 24th, Serbian gangsters allegedly beat a traitorous associate to death with a hammer.
That's normal. That's gangland activity.
That'll happen.
But still, a Russian man killed his drinking partner after he and his friends ran out of snacks at a vodka party.
I agree with him. There's something worse than when you run out of salami.
You're not playing for this shit.
Then sold the leftovers as pork at a market.
I've heard that human meat can be very comparable to pork.
Yeah.
March 27th, Russian police have arrested a man who admitted killing at least 6 people before eating their hearts and livers. April 7th, a 79-year-old man accused of killing his wife ate some of her flesh and was found sitting in a rocking chair in their Shrewsbury apartment covered in blood.
Hey guys!
Whatever.
I'm so glad you guys could come. I've been so lonely just rocking back and forth.
April 14th, police have arrested 3 people for allegedly killing at least 2 women, eating parts of their bodies and using their flesh to make stuffed pastries known as empanadas that they sold to neighbors in their northeastern Brazil city. We talked about that on Roundtable.
I want one.
Yeah, May 8th, a Swiss politician has been accused of advertising for cannibals to kill and eat the mother and daughter of a policeman friend going through a tricky divorce.
That's a fucking politician I can get behind.
Look at that.
And May 25th, police in southwest China have detained a man suspected of murdering more than a dozen boys and young men, chopping up their bodies and selling the flesh to unsuspecting consumers.
Cool Chinese serial killer.
Yeah, and now all the things. So it could be argued either ways. It could be that people eat each other all the time, or it could be that we're really fucking ramping up.
I think we were ramping up.
Who do you think it helps more in the 2012 election between Obama and Romney if most of Americans turn
Romney,
to
because everyone wants it, because everyone will follow the fucking cultist if they believe that God exists. If they believe that there's something, if there is a zombie epidemic happening, it's going to make people want to turn to God even more. I think Romney's helping this happen. He knows that his fucking cruel old world God would truly want a zombie apocalypse, because it's just sending his fucking people to heaven. Oh, isn't that a nice idea? Isn't that a fun idea for a fucking cruel, cryptic, secret underwear wearing fucking cultist? Believe it in your fucking fairy tales, Mitt Romney.
Mitt Romney.
Fucking hate Mitt Romney.
I love Mitt. I'm voting for Mitt, man. I love that dude. I'm half a zombie.
Choice. It's not even a fucking funny choice to vote for him. I'll vote for fucking Donald Duck.
You can't vote for Donald Duck. He's a cartoon.
Write him in.
Maybe you draw him in. You just draw Donald Duck, and that's who you vote for. I want to vote for Penn Jillette, to be honest with you. That's a whole other podcast we're talking here.
The fucking everything that's going on right now is really scary. There was an article on the Gawker that I read that really made me mad. On the Gawker.
On the Gawker. Yeah. Are you 90? What happened to you? Are you Buddy Melon?
It's on a web book. It's a book. It's like a newspaper on the web.
Things are getting wild. Things are getting crazy.
Oh yeah, let's use that more often.
Henry, can you please say something wonky?
Say something wonky.
Mitt Romney, more like Mitt Bormy.
I mean, it makes it good. It makes it good.
That's great.
I
So
love
much fun.
him.
All right,
Anywho.
so on the on Ye Old Gawker, there was an article that came out that criticized people calling what's happening this like zombie apocalypse because they're saying
This is why women shouldn't blog.
women should only blog.
Yeah, okay.
And nothing else.
I love it. By the way, all the reverse sexism that women are showing right now, every time I go on Facebook, women are funnier than men, all this bullshit. Yeah, women are very funny. I love women. I've always been a fan of women. And all of a sudden, all of these women are just like, I'm the dice man now. It's the woman's turn to be the total fucking dumb fuck. Congratulations, women. You're funny. Be proud about it. You fucking idiots. And you're not funnier than men. If you're a funny woman, you might be as funny as another man. It's like, shut the fuck up. As a group of people, you're fine. Anywho.
This is hard.
It doesn't matter.
But no, it wasn't about this. It wasn't about the gender of the writer of this article. This whole thing was about like it was just this idea that that we're insensitive for calling it a zombie apocalypse, and that we don't understand death and blah blah blah. But I don't think what this person doesn't understand is the fact that we're genuinely scared. It's not that I really think that a zombie apocalypse is happening. I know that this is not a zombie apocalypse. I just think that leading up into the supposed end of the world, people are going to do more and more random, crazy violence on the streets.
But then again, the fact is, if it walks like a zombie, looks like a zombie,
it is technically a zombie.
It's on bath salts.
Yeah, and to me, it's describe the fucking what are the symptoms of the problem?
Right.
Oh, people are randomly biting, attacking, and murdering people
A
in the
man's
street.
face was eaten
and
off.
eating them.
Yeah,
Right.
eating them.
People are eating other people.
That's what zombies
mass
do.
Cannibalism.
That's pretty much zombie. That's it. Zombie 101.
Well, the only difference between these people and zombies, as far as we know, is that the bites are not contagious. There has not been a single documented case of someone being bit or partially eaten and then turning into a biter themselves.
But like we were saying earlier,
But it's like being molested as a child. You're going to grow up 10 times more likely to molest someone. If I get bitten by somebody on the street, it's 10 times more likely that I'll bite someone else.
it is because it's a relatively normal event for you at this point. Once you get bitten, if you get half of your face bitten off, the idea of getting your face bitten off or biting somebody else's face isn't that foreign.
That's what Ed and I were talking about the other day. It's just like if you get punched in the head and you realize it actually doesn't hurt that much to get punched in the head,
You'll
then
punch somebody in the head.
You're just going to get into fights more often. Where it's like once you bite, you get your fucking half your face bitten off and you're already a freak. It's like fucking get your machete, time to join the war because you can't get a job at Walmart anymore because you don't have half a face. So you need to get out there and start fucking bringing some pain to the streets.
You're not old enough to be a greeter. You're not fat enough to be a clerk. What the fuck are you going to do?
Bring some pain. What's another...
Here's another story. This one is actually fairly disturbing. In Texas, a woman beheaded...
This one
actually is very disturbing. In Texas, a woman beheaded her 3-week-old son and ate part of his brain.
This is the story I was talking about.
This is in San Antonio.
Oh, yeah.
It'll happen.
This is the thing, though. But there's also, postpartum depression, which is pretty insane.
And it's pretty big in Texas too. You had Andrea Yates, who killed her 5 kids because she said that Satan told her, or that there was Satan in her children. She had to get them out and send them to heaven. Drowned 5 in the bathtub. There was another woman
Just
who
tell her get on the L train at 3:15. You want to see Satan in the hearts of children and see what that's like. Yeah,
they're animals.
So what's happening to this gal over there who fucking ate the child's brain? I mean, it's similar to eating the baby. It's similar to eating the placenta.
I mean, what do you mean what's happening? Yeah, it's like what do you mean what's happening with her? She's going to prison.
I don't think these people. I don't think they should be in prison. I think they need to be tied to a buoy in the ocean.
I think we need to stop. We need to stop regulating parenting. Let her be a fucking mother.
It's called freestyle parenting.
Yeah, whatever it is. Maybe the baby didn't need that part of her brain. It's like eating the placenta. That one chick from Mad Men, the hot chick who's apparently a terrible actress.
January Jones.
She's
apparently
awful. Very stupid.
Yeah,
she's a very dumb gal. Anyway, I love her. I've been fucking thinking about her a lot, man. I really would love you, January Jones, if you just want to fucking come over here and touch me, man. I'm so goddamn lonely.
I don't like
and sad.
this.
That's erratic.
That's erratic.
I feel like I'm driving.
I get it.
I'm splitting blood all over fucking everything.
Okay.
Yeah, you got it. But what's eating a placenta or eating your kid's brain? Came out of you. You created it. I think you should be allowed to nibble a little bit.
I mean, normally I like to yes and you. You know, no matter if you get in there, and I like to help you. But I'm just gonna say, you know, like, you know, it just doesn't seem any real direct purpose of cracking open your new baby's head and eating its brain. I almost kind of understand just killing it.
Yeah.
Or like just leaving it someplace.
Yeah.
You like the baby's crying, you just pick it up and you accidentally fucking snap its neck because babies are fragile.
Sure.
You ever just picked up a baby and just like realize you fucking just snap a baby over your knee?
You can't.
Easily.
They're pliable.
You could just throw a baby in the street.
Well, you can do that. You could do that. You can do anything with a baby. Yeah, that's true.
Nothing.
Yeah,
baby can't fight. Baby can't bribe its way into the scenario.
That's true.
You know, which is what I would do if I was in danger.
Baby can't bargain.
I would just, if I was ever in immediate danger, I'm just like, do you know who my father is? Even though I don't, like, we don't have any money.
Well, baby can't sit in the corner though. Yeah. Am I right? Am I right? John Travolta's gay.
So my question is that why would shade its brains? And I guess the only thing that you could just say about that is, run, everyone. Get out of Texas. Get out of San Antonio. The disease is spreading.
Well, they're surrounding us. We've got the man in New Jersey who threw the intestines at the cops. We've got the dude in Staten Island who bit the guy's ear off.
What's the full story of the guy in New Jersey who threw his intestines?
No follow-up.
Did he cut his belly open?
The full story is that he cut his belly open, and he wasn't just throwing intestines. He was throwing bits of flesh. Like, he cut his belly open, and he was just...
Was that while he had been, like, pulled over?
He was in his house. He had barricaded himself in his house and was making...
How did they even come to the house?
He was making a lot of noise.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, go like...
Yeah, you don't...
Yeah, and they brought the SWAT team in.
Yeah, you don't put a fucking, theatrical production on without a crowd. You definitely have to have the cops around.
See, if I was going to go to the trouble of coming over my torso, they at least find me with my intestines draped over my arms going like, oh, I'm an octopus.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm an octopus.
Or a weird sausage salesman.
Hey there, looking for some sausage?
Can we call this mom who ate her baby's brains a zombie? A mommy zombie. Am I right? She's a zombie. Give me it. Can we call this fucking chick who ate her baby's brain a zombie? Yeah!
You know what, man? Fucking, let's take Zombie and sell it to fucking CBS.
I like it.
Because we could take Zombie and make
Zombie Mommy.
The Zombie Mommy. Oh man, we could write a whole.
Sometimes life bites back.
Yeah, it's just like yeah, being a single mom is tough. Never mind when you're a zombie mommy.
It's Zombie. Saturdays at 7.
You guys. Let's go to your house, Katie. We can't wait. Let's have a sleepover. Guys, I don't know if we should go to my house.
Your mom seems weird. She's always cooking like your friends.
I think your mom's an alcoholic.
No, she just eats off flesh. Human beings. That's why I invited you over here.
That's a great fucking show.
It's a good idea. They would literally buy it, which is so sad.
Oh my god,
zombies
like
are
zombie,
hot.
oh my god.
Yeah. You just pitch it like
ZOMG.
All right, well, we got to wrap this up. But
do we?
Yeah. I have to go do some theater work before Roundtable.
I have to go to the theater.
Hello.
Shakespeare's coming. I have to prepare his many fabrics.
I have to put up a projector.
Okay, whatever,
For the
man.
basketball game.
All right, is there a closer?
What I want to say thank you to everybody on Facebook who gave us these stories. I want to thank Adam Umack, Megan Lamberger, as always, Jeff Klingman, and we also got some fucking awesome art in the mail from this guy Bobby Nixon.
Bobby!
It's called. You can find him at bobbynixon.blogspot.com. He sent us this painting called Road Killer,
and I seriously want to make. And like, if you know me, you know for a fact that it's like I love crazy fucking TV shirts, T-shirts, and I want to turn that painting into a T-shirt. Tell me know what I have to pay you to get that.
Yeah, absolutely. And he has the best. Here's the description of it: extreme violence, rape, bestiality, beheading, serial killers, and tits.
Yeah.
What more could you want?
And we have some of our best. We have some of the best fans.
We really do. Thank you.
Yeah,
I don't think we need it. I don't think we thank them enough. Yeah.
No, you guys are all amazing.
Well, they're just starting to come out. We're just starting to meet these wonderful.
No, it's pretty great.
Zombie.
But I honestly want to talk about it's really important. I really think that people should be careful. Don't let yourself go crazy. Things are stressful out there. Things are really hard.
You need to calm down.
Just don't let yourself go.
It's fine.
Don't let yourself do what you really want to fucking do. Sometimes you're just driving down the street and it's like, man, I'm feeling real erratic right now. I just want to do something real, just fucking kooky do. If you know what I mean. Everybody's working for the weekend. So we're gonna probably take a little bit of break because I'm going to Hotlanta to do some shot.
God,
then we'll come back with more stuff. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, goodbye. Megustalations.
Megustalations. What's that?
Do you want to add something else?
No, I had nothing to add.
Yeah.
Do we want to? What was the other thing we said at the end of the last episode? There was kind of a funny word.
Barragunda.
Barragunda is kind of fun.
Barragunda to you as well.
Hail me! Hail you! Yeah. Thank you. It's very nice for people to listen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ben, don't cry.
I'm not crying. I'm not like
Seems
sad.
like
No, I'm not crying.
Seems like you're
No, it was a
crying.
fun episode. We had fun.
Why are you crying?
I'm not crying about the fucking fans. About how much I feel about them.
You pussy!
Yeah! January Jones, I'll suck your fucking dick.
And a comedian, it's fantastic. I've just got to tell this again because it was wonderful. Okay, so it gets through to the tiebreaker. The two couples at the end. It's from right about 1979, and they're dressed like it. Do you know what I mean? These are just like people that they're amazing, and they make you look. Oh, no, they're still better than you. And that goes, okay, both pairs, fingers on the buzzers. Goes right. Ted gets the envelope and goes, right. Okay, fingers on the buzzers? Yeah, ready. German composer, but British born. He looks around. No one knows. So he goes, most famous for his Messiah. No. Right, third clue, what is his handle? Right? One woman will go, bzzzt. She goes, oh, we did this at school. He goes, we're nearly there. She goes, oh, God, it was Handel's water music. He went, so what's the composer's name? She went, Chopin. He went, I'm going to have to throw it across. Buzzes in. This bloke goes, is it Beethoven? Oh, isn't that fantastic? Oh.
Why?
Oh.
I mean, you've mentioned to me 3, 2, 1 in the past.
Oh, it's fantastic.
They deliberately got on the worst contestants ever.
Well, no, they just weren't right. Have you seen the clues, though? I am a car and not a bin. Or am I? Holiday Inn. And we'll reject that one. Well, it says we are a car, but if you reverse car and change some of the letters, it's bin. Hard luck. Tough shit, you lost. Sorry.
Well, but see, why is it we don't go on those shows and clean up?
I know.
Because Catchphrase is the other one.
What, getting a job as a caretaker?
Catchphrase, you'll see a cloud with a silver lining, and they'll say up the garden path.
No, it's not. It's a good answer.
It's a good answer, but it's not quite right. I wish I could give you the money out of my own pocket, but I can't.
Oh, they're fantastic. There was another one, right, when he was asking them questions, and they're paying for pounds, and they get like a maximum of 10 questions, and that multiplies. So it was, okay, let's have a go. We're looking for words in the English language beginning with I-N. So, he goes, we'll start with that one. Industrial, going back and forth. Goes and he goes, Asian country. Right, this bloke went, Iran. He went, no. He said, I was confused about that one. It is, in fact, in the Middle East. Forgetting the fact that it started with IR. And he came back about 10 minutes later and went, oh, of course, and also, it doesn't start with I, and so the floor must have been Ted, you thick... Look. What do you mean? What do you mean, sympathising with him? Oh.
Gervais, what's your favourite, It'll Be Alright on the Night clip? I'm talking about all sort of 58 shows that they must have done.
That is difficult.
See, I'm wondering if it is that one with Mr. Chips from Catchphrase tossing off. Have you seen it? Yeah, it's great because it's just an error and it makes it look as though he's tossing off. Oh, but he's not. And I don't know what it is. I bet I don't know what the catchphrase is. 01715
Mr. Chips is coming to dinner. So another bit of him doing his stand-up in America. Oh God, it's so nauseating. He's got another series apparently. Does anyone like Lenny Henry? Oh, well, obviously, it's a massive star. Does anyone listening to this show
really like Lenny Henry?
Yeah. Or is there anyone that annoys me more than Lenny Henry? I should answer that one, shouldn't I?
Yes.
Do I win the prize?
I think what you want to do there is you want to speak correctly. It's another simple thing. Gervais, which will help you out in your radio career.
Oh no, I'm a Swerve Driver. That's 3 minutes 41. I've got to pick one. 7 minutes the news.
Gervais, whoa, before you move on, can I just tell you, because you know we talked about celebrities and going to school with celebrities and things.
Yeah.
I have a very famous second cousin.
Really?
Yeah, I'm going to tell you who it is in a minute.
Really?
Yeah.
And I've got the best joke in the world.
Have you?
I should have been trailing that. That'd have kept them on their tender hooks. Why are they sitting on tender hooks?
So we've got...
What are tender hooks?
I think it's tenter hooks. I don't know what they are, but I don't think it's...
What? Oh, okay. 0171. Who annoys me more than Lenny Henry? No one. You've won that one. So don't bother phoning in.
But who annoys you, the listener, more than Lenny Henry?
Yeah. Oh, that's a good one.
Clever.
Because then it's thrown it to them.
Yeah,
and it's their opinion. Oh!
Simple thing.
Excellent.
I noticed again you didn't bother to give the whole phone number.
What did I say?
You actually just said 0171. It used to be, as I recall, 0171 580, which is about half of it, but no, just 0171 now.
Oh,
Gervais, you know last week we started a competition where people had to send in photographs or pictures or anything.
Oh, yeah.
I would show them to you indiscriminately during the show and see if you would laugh.
Yeah.
Got the first one here.
Yeah.
From Michael in Crouch End.
Yeah.
All right.
You liar, that wasn't it.
Well, it could have been.
You did that.
I did that myself. But that's the idea.
Yeah.
That's the idea. Facts. Can I just say facts?
Oh, God.
Facts. I'll admit, I drew that one.
Right.
Wait a minute.
And I could never... not only could I not tell them what that was, I could never explain it well enough.
No. There's nothing you could do to explain that picture.
No.
Suffice to say, if you've got a picture that you think can make Gervais laugh, and we will hopefully give a prize to somebody somewhere during the show.
It's specifics like that make this show sort of like, you know what I mean?
The vague promise that there might be a prize.
Yeah.
Anyway, if you have a picture that you think can make Gervais laugh, 0171 580... Shut up, I'm trying to give the number here. 0171 580...
That's enough.
1234.
That's the fax number.
Yeah, exactly. How are they going to phone in a drawing? It's simple things, Gervais, that let you down.
Next up. So I'm there, with runny eyes, I'm tired, I'm a little bit drunk, I'm in a white tracksuit with shades on. I had turned into Jimmy Savile.
You've just become Jimmy.
Yeah, and I saw all these kids looking at me thinking, oh, bless him. They're going, you're all right, where's the toilet? You've done it. No. Dear Jimmy, I am 4 years old, and I have a terminal illness. Can you fix it for me to live a long and healthy life? Well, no, but we have arranged it for you to do a duet with Mr. Shaky Stevens.
Hooray!
I feel sick. This old house, do it, you little I feel sick, Mummy. It's the treatment. Anyway.
What's behind the green door? A cure? No.
No. He's for comas. He's not for terminal illness. He gets people out of comas, doesn't he, Shaky Stevens?
Does he?
He does. He apparently, loads of kids in the 80s, they're all on there, all these people going, oh yeah, and she was in a coma, and we played Shaky Stevens 24 hours a day, and I'd come out of it if someone like, turn that shit off. You know what I mean? Who would you least like to visit you if you're in a coma?
Oh, crumbs.
Imagine it, right? You're in a coma, yeah? You're in a catatonic... You've got all your senses. You've got all your senses except sight. You can't do a thing, right? And you've got someone there to come and visit you. You're helpless. You can't move.
Just sort of lying
you
on
can't
the bed,
say anything.
helpless.
But you can feel the... I'll tell you, I wouldn't want to visit me. Jason Donovan.
No, I wouldn't want Jason.
So it's not... I don't like his voice.
No.
Or Philip Schofield, don't like his singing voice.
Andy Peters.
I haven't heard him sing.
No, but I wouldn't want him round.
Really? Why?
No, I don't know. It's just something about him.
Yeah.
Wouldn't want him there.
Anyway, we've got some Skunk Anansi coming up.
Larry Grayson's welcome.
So, and I'll tell you what else, it's Village People.
Oh,
I love them.
Bring the four of them round.
YMCA, 4 of them. What one do you want to leave out? There was 5 of them.
No, there wasn't.
There was 5 of them.
There was 4.
There were 5 Village People.
4 village. Everyone knows there's 4 village people.
Really?
All right. Wait a minute. So there's a fire. No, hang on. There's a road cop.
Yeah.
There's a Red Indian, obviously.
Obviously, yeah.
There's a construction worker. And there's something else. There's a chef? No, a candlestick maker.
Oh, that's great, isn't it? Yeah. A tailor. At the back with those little half-moon glasses. YMCA. Do a little bit of sewing.
Who was it? Hang on, wait a minute. There was fire chief.
What are you on about? Is there a fire chief?
No, not a fire chief. There was a police.
Oh yeah,
play the record.
The black guy was a road cop, traffic cop.
There was a policeman.
There was a red Indian, obviously.
Obviously.
Native American.
Yeah, there was a construction worker.
Yeah, the moustache. Cowboy.
Was there?
Yeah, of course there was a cowboy.
Was there?
Yeah.
Well, who was the fifth one then?
I don't know if there was. I might have made that up. Maybe I just dreamt of one. I thought of maybe a bloke dressed up as Judy Garland. Steve singing along there to Baby Bird, which is ironic because when you sing, you're putting your head back and your mouth open, you look like a baby bird.
Do I?
Yeah, because the long neck and that sort of goiter thing you've got look like a sort of like a fledgling pelican.
And the worms, of course, hanging from the
yeah, but it's ironic as well because you're like a Lizoidian as well. You're
Is that a real word? Because you're a Lizoidian. Oh right, of course. Yeah.
Don't, because I sometimes forget that they're not real words.
You sometimes forget that your language comes from the voices inside your head.
No, listen.
I use my own language. They tell me what to say and I say it.
No, listen. You're sort of like a little bird-like Lizoidian thing, right? Which is like the Archaeopteryx. Like the link between them for this sort of lizard man going flight.
Oh, goodness me.
They've kicked in again. They've kicked in early.
Oh.
They're not meant to start for about an hour.
What, the voices?
No, the tablets. Right, go on.
The argument was, what should people put on their cassette tape compilation inlay card?
It's illegal.
They're not allowed to do.
It's illegal.
I agree they're not allowed to do that.
Right.
But I was offered, you'd asked me to tell them what they should put down, right?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, the track we played was recorded by R.E.M.
Yes,
right?
it was.
Not Cleek. So
No,
don't
that's
write
right.
Cleek down.
No, write R.E.M. down.
Exactly.
How are you spelling that?
That's correct.
How are you spelling that?
That's capital R, capital E, capital M.
Right.
Right? And you want to put down the name of the track as recorded by R.E.M.
Yeah.
They've called it Superwoman, right? I don't care if it's really called Superman in the world of the Cleek.
Oh, no, stop you there.
In the world of the Cleek, it might be.
You don't care if it's really... Why are we having this argument? You do care, or you wouldn't be arguing.
No.
You do care. No.
No, you're saying I'm wrong.
You are.
I'm not wrong.
It's called Superman.
Only by the Cleek it's called Superman.
No.
By R.E.M. it's called Superwoman.
No, they can't. They can't. No,
They can do what they want.
Sometimes they call it Superman. Make your mind up, at least.
They call it Superwoman.
Are you sure they're called R.E.M.? Or have they changed that?
They call it Superwoman, you tosser!
How are you spelling that?
That's SUPERWOMAN. You idiot, you fat imbecile! It's Friday night. You'll love this. I went to a party. Got invited to a party, a genuine...
Oh, no, that was an afterthought. You said I went to a party, then you suddenly went, I got invited to a party.
What?
Did you get invited to it, or did you just go to it?
I got invited to a party. I went to a party.
Okay. Well, which is it?
I was at a party on Friday night.
Okay, right, okay.
And it was people I know. It was up in North London. I live in South. Not that that's particularly important. And what I'm saying is I left my...
Yeah, you weren't in your... What you were saying is you weren't where you pay rent.
Exactly.
No.
So I got there, and there's a few people there I didn't really know. And I got introduced to this girl, Christine. Right, and I'll be honest with you, I don't know if anything might have happened. Do you know what I mean? It could have... Do you know what I mean? All I'm saying is we were getting on well. Things were happening, all right? We were having a chat.
Okay.
All like, hey, Gervais, you're interested already?
Yeah.
Anyway, she wanted a packet of fags, right? And a few other people wanted a little bit of grub or whatever, because it was late night, it's about 1 in the morning.
God, when you say she wanted a pack of fags, did she say, oh, I'd love to talk to you all night, but I've got to go and get these cigarettes?
No,
go on, sorry, I won't interrupt again.
We were going on well, and she said, yeah, a packet of fags. So I went over, the guy told me who runs the party, or had the party, he said there's a sort of 24-hour, little sort of 24-hour supermarket thing.
You went for it, did you?
What?
You went for it, did you?
I went on her behalf, right, to the supermarket place. One of those little sort of 24-hour 7-Eleven places.
Yeah, I'll get the picture.
So I go there, and I'm going to buy the fags, and people wanted a few sausage rolls and all sorts of stuff. So I'm there, and I've got all my stuff, right, and it's quite late, but there's two blokes in the place, and I don't know whether I think they were from Italy, but I can't be certain. But anyway, they caused a bit of a ruckus because they were after some ciabattas. They were saying, I want 2 ciabattas. I want to... I don't know if that's
no, I'd say that was sort of like Kenyan.
Right. Okay, but anyway.
Okay.
They were, yeah. Anyways, they were 2 ciabattas, and they were causing a bit of a rumpus. They were saying, not those, no. How much are they? How much are those a pound? Oh, we're talking about pound. No, I'm not paying for those. I love those. So anyway, they got their ciabattas.
Turkish, maybe.
They went up to the counter, and the fellow who was next to me in the queue, he'd put down a jar of coffee. Right, oh, yeah. So anyway, the fella said, ciabattas, you have the pound for the ciabattas. And they're two of them, they're brothers. And he puts the ciabattas in the carrier bag, and he picks up the coffee as well, secretes that in the bag, right, walks out.
What? What, the Italian bloke? Drinking someone else's coffee?
He stole someone's coffee, right? There in plain view. So he gets outside, and the shopkeeper says, whoa, wait a minute, come back in, mate. Whoa, you picked up this fella's coffee. What? What are you accusing me of? What are you saying? What are you accusing me of? You say I'm stealing? Well, no,
Definitely Turkish. Probably works in a prison. Yeah.
You're stealing? What, you accusing me of stealing? You accusing me? Yeah. And the fella says, well, and he says, look in the bag, ciabattas. Where are the coffee? I'll be honest with you, he'd hidden it outside. He'd already got rid of it. It was smooth. Right, so anyway, now he's getting a bit violent. No, ciabattas. Well, I buy the ciabattas. They're not very nice ciabattas. I eat them, they're not nice. You accuse me of stealing coffee, or he's pushing things off the counter. He's throwing the ciabattas everywhere.
Really?
Right? And it's terrible. And
is he smashing plates?
He wasn't smashing plates.
I'm just getting a hint from the accent. Go on, sorry.
Right, yeah. So anyway, he's accused. Oh, you accuse me, and it looks like it's going to be a fight, Gervais, I'll be honest with you. I'm nervous, right, because I stood next to him in the queue. I'm thinking any minute he's going to turn around. What are you looking at, fish monster?
Yeah, they've sent you out because they thought you wouldn't get attacked.
Exactly.
And, how ironic.
So I edge backwards towards the frozen goods section.
Yeah, you're thin against the fridge.
I'm hiding. I'll be honest, I was hiding. I'm not going to lie to you, I'm a coward.
Really?
So, anyway, the Ciabatta brothers... they're causing a bit of a rumpus, and it's all going on. So they decided to call the police, the shopkeepers.
Yeah.
Right? Well, now the Ciabatta brothers are nervous, so they go, "No, it's all right. Don't keep the Ciabattas. We're not paying for them. I don't want my money back. It's all right." And so they move towards the door. But a little
probably
fella,
spent some time in Delhi as well.
A little fella, he's barricaded the door. He's used some of the display units. He's barricaded it, right?
Fantastic.
So the Ciabatta brothers are trying to get out, right? They can't because he's holding them off, right? They can't get out. They're caught. They're smashing the place up. Really, just throwing things on the floor, right? And he's going to me, help me keep the door closed.
He's from Italy as well.
I think he was.
Yeah, probably relate. Go on, yeah.
He's saying, help me keep the door closed. I'm saying, well, I can't, the leg and everything. I can't help out.
No, I can't.
I just got to be over here.
The dialysis machine, if I don't get back, the battery runs out, I've got to, yeah.
So anyway, eventually the Ciabatta brothers, they actually knock the stuff over and they get out the door and they leg it off down the road.
Yeah.
And anyway, it's terrible commotion, the food and stuff everywhere. The shopkeeper's in tears. It's absolutely terrible.
Yeah.
And everybody left, right? And I said, can I just pay for my goods and these fags and go, please? And he went, no, shop closed, we can't serve you. And I went, listen, I've just been stood here, I almost got in a fight, I want to pay for my goods.
Yeah.
And he was in tears, I can't.
He probably selfish wanted to shut the shop just because he'd been robbed
physically
and
attacked.
And then you'd been waiting there patiently, not helping.
Exactly.
He must have been there for about 10 minutes not helping.
Yeah.
He should have served you before them, really, before the fight.
It was crazy. So anyway, I demanded he serve me. Right?
Yeah.
I bought everything.
Was he crying as he served you?
He was crying. I left the shop, got back to the party.
Yeah.
Christine had gone. Because I got caught up in some bloody dog day afternoon scenario. I missed out on a possible. How's your father?
Will you say?
Well, I missed out on a fag at least.
Yeah, yeah. And the letdown of her saying face to face no.
Yeah.
I mean, at least there's a little bit of hope when you get back and go, there's your Benson's. Ooh, do you want a drink? Yeah, there's a little 7-Eleven just the other side. Go across the road, go the other way. I'll be about 10 minutes, love.
It didn't happen for me.
It will.
A game show, right, that I came up with.
Yeah.
Okay. And it features me, but I think it could be perhaps a vehicle for yourself, Gervais.
Yeah.
All right. I'm going to tell you. It's called Ricky Gervais Meat Rations.
Right.
And
I like it already.
You like it already?
Because there's a part in there for me.
Yeah.
Could I play the Ricky Gervais?
Yes. Yes.
Fantastic.
It was originally called. Basically, let me just summarise very briefly. I'm not going to tell you all the games, but it's basically recreating the heady days of the war.
Right.
Right.
That's fantastic.
It's beautiful already, isn't it? It's got the nostalgia thing.
I've got a game as well.
But it was originally going to be called Ricky Gervais Fag Rations.
Right.
But apparently cigarettes weren't rationed in the war. So it's called Meat Rations now.
Excellent.
And I'll tell you some great games. My favourite is, what's it called? To Be Perfectly Anne Frank. It's a great game. It really is a great game where you've got to pretend to be Anne Frank and hide from sort of snooping Nazis.
Oh, that is fantastic.
It's a great game. And there's also, of course, let me go into it. There's also Dig for Granny.
Good.
I'll dig for victory, if you like. And what happens, you're scavenging through rubble, right?
Can I just say, these are copyright. Anyone trying to rip me off? I mean, I've got the Penis Puppet Theatre.
Yeah.
I've got a stake in this, surely.
Oh, certainly. Ricky Gervais Meat Rations.
You can have a bit of my Penis Puppet Theatre.
That's lovely.
Yeah, and I've also got a new game that I'll talk about after yours. It's called Tip the Balance, and it's sort of like a game for 4. And it's like, I'll send it off to Waddington, see what you think. I mean, there's teething problems with it.
Well, listen, Gervais, look,
let's play Don't Fear the Reaper.
Let's play that tune.
By Blue Oyster and his Cult.
It's a classic.
Yeah, and then we come back and we try and make some money.
Let's make some cash.
And there must be some sort of fun with, like, gas masks.
Yeah.
When you can all put them on and dress up as, like, I don't know, one of the banana splits.
Yeah.
That's
what could that be? Gas?
Who Snork. Yeah.
Yeah. Well, possibly.
So every week there's the real Snork.
Right.
So it's like confessors come on. They put which one's Snork?
Which one's Snork?
Yeah.
So you've got three celebrities.
Yeah, who's a gas mask and the real Snork.
That's great.
So you got someone like Ted Malt's son. He pops one on. You got Frank Bruno. Yeah. And Jilly Cooper.
That's it.
And they put their mask on and like a little outfit. And then the real Snork is there. And you've got to ask them questions. Like you get like Bernie Winters and Henry Cooper going. Number three. How long have you been in the banana split? and Jilly Cooper goes, about 6 years ago. I don't know. I think the banana split's been going longer than that. No, I don't think it's number 3. What do you think? And Bernie Winters go, number 1. Number 1. How did you get the job being in banana splits? And it's probably Ted Malt's son going, I answered an advert in the paper. That's not right. They were born. You know what I mean?
And there's Chaz and Dave in the corner just going, na 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 na, yeah!
Yeah, with the real Snorks, and they always, the lights go, right, and that one stands up and he sits back down again, and then the real Snorks, and the others all take their masks off. And they go, it's lovely, Jilly. What are you doing now? Well, I'm appearing Puss in Boots down in Brighton. Oh, that'd be fantastic.
What, Jilly Cooper?
I don't know, what does she do? Oh, she's a novelist.
She's a novelist.
Oh, yeah.
Now appearing in Panto. I'm not letting you book the guest.
Oh, God.
But wait a minute. What? I mean, I love your idea.
Yeah.
Who Snork.
Yeah.
It's a bit odd, isn't it? How we started off with a kind of wartime nostalgia show, but now we've sort of featured sort of quite bad 70s animal things.
Nothing wrong with the banana splits.
But I like that. That's a good game.
Yeah, okay, so that can be like a special feature.
So I'm just going to make a note of it because we've got Dig for Victory, to be perfectly Anne Frank.
Yeah, and who's Snork?
Who's Snork?
Yeah. Well, I'm full of ideas. I could probably help you on this.
Oh, this is great. Well, what other...
Yeah.
Maybe we'll come up with some other ideas as we go
we've
on.
still got Tip the Balance to go.
But, can I just say, I did actually once try and pitch this. When I appeared on Blockbusters, well, I obviously met with a producer there, and I said, I've got an idea for you.
Have we talked about this on air?
We talked about me on Blockbusters, but not about my pitching this
No,
thing.
go on.
And I said to her, sit down, I said, I've got a great idea. And I tried to bill it with me as the star. She said, who are you? Steve's Meat Rations. She said, why are you in it? I said, I am. Don't worry, I'm the one who can put it off.
Yeah.
And she said, right, go on, what is it? And at that time, I had none of the games. All I had was the title. And she went, I like it, yeah. What are the games? I don't know. She said,
if you'd have just said, well, stop me there, love, and just popped a gas mask on and said, who am I?
She'd have gone, Snork.
No, it's not. I used to write when I was at school.
Oh, yeah.
Now, I didn't watch sort of kids' programmes when I was growing up. I watched sort of crap adult ones. You know what I mean? ITV on the telly from 12 midday through to, like, midnight. And I'd watch all the police series. Police Story, Charlie's Angels, Steve Austin, and
Teen Knight Rider,
yeah. And I wrote this essay at school, and I just couldn't stop, and I started serialising it. And every time I just kept writing, I was sort of like, people were reading it at school, and it was about a cop, a New York cop, who was as hard as, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And I worked out what his name was. Now God, this is how television influences me. Because it was one word name, which was his surname. That was the title of the book, title of the series, and that's what all his friends called him. Right. It was called Jezuk.
Jezuk?
Yeah.
Jezuk.
Yeah, I thought it had a Z and a J. Jezuk.
Jezuk.
Yeah.
Do you know, it does sound so close to, like, Pillock or Jesse.
Yeah.
Or Nonce.
No, Nonce. There's no Nonce.
Well, do you know what I mean?
Cross between sort of like Pillock and Jism.
Damn you, Jezuk!
Yeah,
you're off the case.
Give me the badge. Keep the stinking badge. I don't need a badge to be a cop. It was all stuff like that. And he'd first, and so he'd look at his gun and go, "This is my law." I
My
mean,
God, it's Jezuk. How did he find us?
yeah, it was great. There'd be shootouts and everything. Oh, fantastic.
Let me just ask: did he have perhaps have a broken marriage? He was hard boiled. He played by his own rules. Didn't he?
Yeah,
I imagine.
Simultaneous with this,
He was a bit of a drunkard as well. Had a bit of drink.
No, he didn't drink.
Oh,
no,
good,
he was a good-looking fella.
But he was letting himself go. He was a bit hard bitten.
Yeah. And the other thing I was sort of simultaneous, which was more of a novel. I wasn't serious. I was actually writing a novel, and I got like 3 exercise books, right? It was about this kid, right? Oh God. Right? He saw his parents just brutally murdered for no reason by a gang of outlaws, yeah? And he buried his father, and he knelt down on the grave, and he said, looked up, and he goes, "As God is my witness, I will avenge thee." And then he sort of went to the store, and he got loads of bullets, and he practiced, and he was the fastest guy. He was only about 16.
Yeah.
His name was Jody Barnes.
Jody Barnes is all right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Imagine, that's nice.
Yeah. Oh, fantastic.
Have you still got any of those exercise books?
I have not.
That would
Because
be
the
incredible.
teachers used to sort of like, I must have gone, yeah, it's good. I must have passed it around the, he's done another one. Gervais has written another episode of Jezuk. Yeah.
But I say, seriously, if you brought one of those in and read it out, that'd be weird. I'd be entranced.
Imagine it.
Seriously, that'd be great. Do you
The
think your mum
ramblings
might?
of a twisted 14-year-old brain that only ever watched ITV cop shows.
Do you think your mum might still have some copies of,
No,
of
she
Jezuk?
No.
Was it like sort of the initial one was like Jezuk, then it was like Jezuk abroad, Jezuk in Paris, Jezuk on safari.
Yeah.
Here comes Jezuk.
My mum...
Return of Jezuk.
I liked that Jezuk. He's a proper man.
Yeah.
He's not like you. But Mum, I invented Jezuk. You're a Nazi. You couldn't be like Jezuk. He's in my mind.
Return of Jezuk. Here comes Jezuk, son of Jezuk.
Oh, it's fantastic. What if Jezuk met Jody Barnes? They'd get on. They'd have no quarrels.
They could team up.
Oh, it'd be fantastic. After the break, a little bit of Lars.
Teen Jezuk.
This is 5 minutes.
The news. I'm looking forward to the news. You've had a great couple of newscasters the last couple of weeks.
Don't piss them off because you might. Jezuk came in here.
Oh my God! He would not stand for it.
He'd arrest the engineer.
He wouldn't stand for it. He'd soon figure out whose fault it was.
Yeah, and he'd
Get me Jezuk.
They'd be down the precinct, wouldn't they? Asking a few questions.
Jezuk, you're off the case.
I don't need a stinking badge.
I bet Jezuk plays by his own rules, doesn't he?
Of course he does, but they take his gun, his official gun, not the one on his ankle, though.
Oh, he's got a little ankle gun.
Of course he has.
I didn't expect that from Jezuk.
Yeah, he has to.
Is Jezuk one of those? Is Jezuk one of those NYPD cops who doesn't have a first name?
Yeah, I'm thinking him now. I think he might be a little bit Latino, maybe.
Really?
Hispanic. I don't know.
Hispanic.
Yeah,
Jezuk.
Czechoslovakian Hispanic.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jezuk.
Get me Jezuk.
Yeah, Emilio Jezuk.
Emilio Jezuk. That'd be fantastic. So what's the name of the show itself? Is it named after
It's
him?
called Jezuk.
It's called quite simply Jezuk.
Of course it is. It's called Jezuk, yeah.
And he's an NYPD cop.
When is he going to marry that girl?
Oh,
come on.
why
Make her an honest woman.
For goodness
She's
sake.
cooked for you again.
Jezuk.
Oh, Christ's sake, Jezuk.
God. But you see, he's hard-boiled, Gervais. He's already had 2 failed marriages.
I know.
And I'll tell you what it is. It was because the fact that he was a cop. Because you bring that stuff home with you.
Yeah.
All right? You can't just leave that at the office, Gervais.
I'm worried about his kid, 16.
Really?
Yeah,
Is he
he's
going
on-
off the rails a bit?
He's on smack.
Is it? I don't believe it. I don't believe
He
it.
could have been a great cop. He could have been a football player as well.
Well, of course he was, because he was great in college.
He was great in college.
And now he's hanging out with the wrong people because Jezuk can't give him enough attention.
I know.
And of course, Jezuk's ex-wife, of course, is dead. So he's got to raise
Is
his kid
she?
on his own.
Is she? I don't know.
Oh yeah.
Is she?
Well, she got.
Oh no. What's she die of?
His first wife, the marriage broke up because he was heavy drinking.
Oh God, yeah.
And the fact that he was a cop.
Yeah, but that's because of the things he has to go through every day of his life.
I know.
Listen, you're facing smackheads coming at you, coked on crack, right?
Oozes.
Oozes, right? You got to let your hair down in the bar. He killed a young kid.
I know he did.
That kid.
Twice.
Yeah.
His first wife,
Yeah.
I think what happened there, Gervais, as far as I'm aware, is that they got divorced.
Yeah.
But really, they still love each other, don't they? Let's be honest.
Yeah.
She's the only one really that stands by.
Well, Jezuk says, well, I can love 2 people.
Yeah.
And he has done.
Yeah.
Well, I had to cut those scenes out.
And his second wife, she's dead, isn't she? She got killed, didn't she?
Yeah. You know why?
Why?
He hesitated after he'd killed the young smackhead boy that was coming at him. Had a grenade.
I don't believe
Yeah,
it.
little bastard. A little grenade, yeah.
And his second wife got caught in the crossfire.
And he thought, oh, he shot him, and that's why he never hesitates again. He just goes in blasting. Sometimes he shuts his eyes.
He just goes in blasting. What would be the opening credit sequence for Jessup? What would happen? Would it be Rockford Files style, where he's in the supermarket, buying food and all the sort of it?
I think he'd be, no, I think it would be like split screen. I won't be, he'd be turning round in like a mall, like firing. On the other one, he'd be dropping the toast and his wife would be ruffling his hair in the morning. And he'd be going, oh, and he'd sort of like be getting crumbs off it. And
well, it wouldn't be his wife, it would be a lovely lady he probably picked up the night before.
No.
Remember that great...
No, he doesn't do that.
No, he does, because
he does not. He doesn't.
He's estranged from his wife, and his second wife's dead, you idiot.
Yeah, but we established he's got a new one. That
he hasn't got a new wife?
Not a new wife. He's got a new bird, hasn't he?
Well, yeah, you said wife.
Well, he's faithful to her though. He doesn't go and pick up fluses.
What?
He doesn't go around with dirty girls.
I always remember from the beginning of Quincy, where he's there and he's doing exactly that, sort of running and jumping over things. And then you see him and you think he's examining a body because that is what he does.
And he's kissing someone.
No, it pulls out and he's giving a woman in a sunbathing outfit, just giving her a massage.
A sunbathing outfit.
I don't know what the
Where's Steve lived to that? But he was I did see in yonder a sunbathing outfit for sure. There was flesh bits in the middle, and the rest were polka dot. Why a sunbathing outfit? Sunbathing outfit. That's great. Birthday suit. There was a girl in the Altogether. The Altogether. Oh God. Oh, that's fantastic. Yeah. What's wrong with that? I will pop this rubber thing on, and for sure I am in a sexual intercourse outfit. Sunbathing outfit.
I can't believe I've embarrassed myself with my use of language when it's invariably yourself, Gervais.
I know, yeah. Oh dear. Oh yeah. We usually have a few beers and we get throughout the show, and I get steadily drunk, which is unprofessional. This saves a bit of time. Turned up pissed.
You turned up drunk today?
Yeah, so I don't have to... I'll tell you what...
I'll be honest with you, Gervais. Normally, if someone gets drunk, their speech begins to slur.
Yeah.
They talk rubbish.
Yeah.
No difference with
No,
you.
that's the beauty of it.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of being me.
Yeah, exactly. How drunk are you?
I had a little bit of wine.
Did you? Couple of glasses?
It's a lovely... I might get a little bit melancholy. What about the little baby kangaroos have to crawl all at their mums?
What your mistake?
The Tees penguin's probably my greatest invention.
The Tees penguin? Can you tell us again? I forget.
Well, it's just a penguin, right? You train, you put it in a lovely little French-made outfit, and it comes in with sort of breathes fishy breath on you and slaps you around the face with its flipper.
Yeah.
Oh.
Jessup, obviously.
But it doesn't let you go any further.
No.
That's why it's the Tees penguin.
Yeah, I see.
Yeah.
Extra Family Fortunes.
Oh, I can see that on telly myself.
Yeah, it's incredible. I don't know where you got the idea from.
They just go into my head sometimes.
Do they?
Yeah. Baby was actually in this week with Claire.
Was
lovely, lovely man.
Oh, Baby Bird was it XFM?
He's very nice.
Is he?
He's got a beak and funny little claws.
Oh, Rick.
I know, it made me laugh. It was
oh, my God, we're desperate.
Used to be an
we're
egg.
desperate men, Rick, if you've got to resort to that kind
I
of
called him Baby Bird, and he went, I've never been called that before. Which is bizarre.
But there's a band are called Baby Bird. He's called Stephen.
Can you go to turn that down next door? All the time to a show.
Music, aren't they?
It's Emma, it's not on.
That's insane. I can hear a throb from the other room.
Yeah.
Someone's got... This is insane, Gervais. It's like trying to host a radio show.
Yeah. And now he's laughing. Yeah.
Oh,
well, anyway,
it's all going to be...
we're going to play a track that you've brought in.
That's right.
Go on, what is it?
It's a fantastic tune by the Gravediggaz,
Yeah.
part of the Wu-Tang Clan rap collective. Right, it's from their album.
Not to be confused with the Wu-Tang Clam. That's the little shellfish.
Yeah.
That's into rap.
Yeah, that swears a lot.
Yeah, yeah, terrible, yeah.
The track is...
Got a muscle posse.
The track is beautiful. You've probably heard it on the dance floor, maybe in some indie club.
Yeah.
1-800-SUICIDES.
Yeah.
Now, I would stress, Rick, it has got a bit of bad language.
I know. I mean, I've listened to this twice, and I reckon I've got it off pat. I reckon I'm going to pull the fader down to just the right places and go, okay?
Right, you're going to sort of bleep it out.
And if it goes wrong, so what? That's real. People have a problem with swearing. I don't. Do you?
No, not at all.
I'm doing it because it's rules, and
the great thing about
we want to stay on air because we take our job seriously.
We do,
and I think we're sorry, excuse my French, bloody good DJs.
Well, I think you're absolutely right, Rick.
Yeah.
Let me shake your hand.
Yeah, all right.
There we are. A good shaking of hand there. I love a bit of rap.
That wasn't actually French. That's it. It's weird, that, isn't it?
Pardon the French. People always say when they maybe say bollocks.
Excuse my French, but le plume de ma tante. Hey, come on, language. We'll be learning a little bit of a foreign language later. I've brought in Instant Yiddish by Fred Kogos. I've always wanted to learn Yiddish.
Really?
Yeah. Narishnek, foolishness. Some glick, some schlimmen, yeah, for better for worse. So I'll teach you a little usage phrase like that out of the old Instant Yiddish book. But first, what was this? Gravediggers.
It's Gravediggers. They're keeping it real. They're keeping it raw. So there is a bit of bad language.
Yeah, well, mine's raw.
You keeping it raw?
Yeah, of course I have. Right, I'm gonna have a go at this then.
All right.
Right.
Don't get
Hold on a
nervous.
minute. No, don't. Shut up. Right, I've got to play this. Shut up then. Don't put me off. I've got to concentrate. 'cause I know whether...
Bleep it out live.
I will, yeah, shut up.
All right. Is it going?
Oi. Course I am.
I'd say one day, right, it's just one of me at the moment, but one day there'll be a whole squadron. It'll be like Planet of the Apes.
Oh my god, and you don't actually need anyone else to sort of like breed, do you?
Exactly. We can just reproduce as we are. It'll be like Planet of the Apes, right? There'll be sort of a Charlton Heston figure.
Planet of the Squids.
It'll crash land.
Get your damn dirty tentacle off me.
It'll crash land. Yeah, exactly. And there'll just be loads of me crawling around.
Yeah.
All identical. Chasing him on horseback.
And they see like Bristol Temple meet, and they go, "Oh my God, they blew it up!"
Yeah,
it's back in Bristol with all your. Oh no!
Incredible.
There must be an organisation of volunteers or something who, if it's like touch and go, if it's really serious, if you're like clinically depressed about it, and you really can't get a woman, they don't want just people turning up who can get girls and saying, "Oh, I fancy," you know. But in your case, you know, they'll speak to you, they'll see you, and I think, you know, there must be some sort of national health thing or private where you can actually sleep with, I don't know, a voluntary worker.
You know what I mean?
So? Well, yeah, there's people that... Yeah, I know, but there's people that, I don't know, volunteer for geriatric duty, you know, and they're exploding all over the place. They're covered in the stuff, right? There's people that work on leper colonies, right, for, you know, for nothing. There must be someone who will sleep with you out of sympathy. You don't want that. Of course you don't. You don't want that, do you?
Well, let's not be hasty, Rick. I mean, these people, especially if they need some sort of free publicity, you know, get a bit of, you know, sort of press and media attention, I ought to sort of help to publicise their campaign, really.
There's probably an organisation that go, you know, when they go off to, like, just strange climes and go on to, like, leper islands and that, and they work with them. Or they can sleep with you. Now, that's got to do the lepers some good, doesn't it?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Wouldn't that be terrible if that was the option, right? And suddenly volunteers to leper colonies doubled.
It was like going to Torremolinos.
Yeah.
Let me on the bus. Sorry, there's no room on the bus, but you're at the back there.
Yeah.
Good. Well, then here we go.
Here I am then.
Yeah.
No, but I'm sorry. I signed up for the lepers.
Yeah.
Licking their wounds. Well, sorry, but
geriatric duty.
Yeah,
scraping it out. Oh dear. You know, I heard a song in the week, right? I've heard it before. It's by Ween, and it goes, "Push the little daisies and make them come up." And I don't know what it's called. 0171 580 2000. I don't know where to look. Push the little daisies and make them come up. It's like that. It is.
It's rubbish.
I've been going around singing
There's
that.
no song with that lyric.
It's like that. It goes, "Push the little daisies and make them come up."
Shut up.
Yeah.
Shut up.
That's what my friends have been saying for the last 4 days.
God, you're really irritating me today.
Like, people will go and go, "If you'll be mine," oh, but not too annoying. But after about 10 times, you go, "Oh, can you sing something else?" But when you've heard, "Push your little daisies and make them come
Shut up
up,"
now.
you can get really annoyed.
Yes,
it really
can,
can't it?
Shut up.
Okay, one of those, you and me song. Push your little
Shut
daisies.
up.
Yeah, we've done funny phone calls, haven't we?
We've done some funny phone calls.
Did that one like Pinky when we phoned up Safeway and said, "Have you got some cheese?" And they said yes, and we showed them, didn't we?
That showed them.
Yeah.
Oh, we've done some crazy crank calls.
Yeah.
Do you want some beer?
Do you want some beer?
Brilliant game.
5 o'clock foreigner.
5 o'clock foreigner.
Yeah.
What else have we done? There's been just too much, hasn't there?
The alarm frog.
The alarm frog.
That never got off the ground, did it?
Got going. There's some great ideas.
Tip the balance. That's the last one I've got.
Tip the balance. You haven't explained it.
It's my last. I think it's a little bit in bad taste.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh well, I don't want that on this show.
No. I mean, I think it's a little bit Much.
Really? Is it too much? Is it the
Yeah.
most outrageous thing you've ever...
Well, okay. Well, no, look, this is an idea, right?
It's a board game,
It's
isn't
a board game. I'll send it off to Waddington's when I'll get, you know. It's 4 simple weights, sort of just like fulcrum weights, you know, like scales.
Like a little seesaw?
Yeah, a little seesaw. And there's one end is like a bowl, right? The other end is like a kilogram weight.
Right.
So there's 4 of those. So 4 of you sit round, and you've got to quite simply tip the balance, right?
So you've
By
got to
filling
fill the bowl?
Fill the bowl, yeah.
What, with rice or...
No.
Household object?
No, bodily secretions.
Right.
So it's the first, you know...
Maybe you shouldn't tell us about this.
Well, no, because there's simple rules. Anything that comes out your body is all right, okay, in every form.
Right.
Well, you know...
Anything that comes out of your body,
Yeah.
you put that into the bowl and sort of
Yeah.
tip the balance.
So, I was just thinking, if I said it quieter, it wasn't so bad. I was going to go, well, it's piss. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Doesn't work right. Snot. Sick.
Yeah. Spunk.
Well, I was going to say cum, because then I could be spelling it C-O-M-E. Therefore, getting by some of the radio authorities rather sneakily. And spunk, as you said, is like courage, isn't it?
Exactly.
Like in the Waltons, they go, oh, look, I love your new girlfriend, John Boy, she's full of spunk. Yes. Sorry about that.
Well,
I've been carried away, Dad.
Good night, John Boy.
Yeah.
John Boy. Good night.
Don't. Right, here's the cure. We'll come back to this. Cure, Charlotte sometimes, 20 to 6, Ricky Gervais show.
And
Steve.
what have we offered today? Well, we've offered Tip the Balance, a new board game from Waddington's, which involves secreting various bodily fluids into a bowl in order to tip the balance.
Yeah, and the way you do, you go, tip the balance. I can just imagine the front cover with sort of Granny. She's stooped. Yeah, she's just like...
She's got trousers down.
Yeah.
She's just... And
she's missed it. She's missed it completely. They're all laughing.
And the family are there behind her. They're clapping and cheering.
The mother just laughing, doing a dustman's blow.
Yeah.
Right. And the 14-year-old boy, he's got... right, okay.
Well, he's enjoying it the most, let's be honest. But what about if you know that bingo is the most popular evening pastime in the country, and there are these huge bingo palaces.
Yeah, that's because
with
they haven't
thousands of seats.
Yeah.
Imagine if they were all playing Tip the Balance.
The smell.
Oh, it'd be incredible.
Oh, God,
that'd be fantastic.
That'd be great. You could have winner stays on.
Yeah.
Because you'd have a disadvantage then, wouldn't you? Well, I've just.
I imagine in Japan they've already got a TV show like that. I'd imagine.
A kilogram's a lot though to get rid of.
Yeah, you've got to have a lot of sputum.
I know everything. Yeah.
But I think it's a great idea. Could you give birth into the bowl?
Yeah, well, no. Well, you could, but anything you put in there, you lose. So you'd have to be willing to, yeah. Like you can't. You could bleed into it and amputate into it, but you can't have it back. Like you couldn't put a false limb in,
right?
Because you bleed it there, because that's sort of cheating.
Yeah.
But there is a thing called the fish card, where if you're all out of it, right, you're all strained out, and you've vomited, and snotted, and that's it, right? And everyone's got 0.8 kilograms in theirs. You can go fish card, right? And you can take someone else's bowl and pour it into yours, but you've got to pour it via your mouth.
Right.
So you take a big glug of that, and then you do it, and you win.
You've thought this through, haven't you?
Yeah.
You've played this, haven't you?
No, I haven't played it. I haven't got the equipment.
Right.
Yeah. Jeff Buckley, everybody here wants you. Wow. Nearly end of the show with it, isn't it?
I can't even be bothered to criticise you.
It's not worth it, is it?
Use this language anymore.
I know, yeah.
So late in the day. I mean, you're not going to master it at the age of 45, however old you are. I mentioned, I guess we could call it Freak Show or something like that.
Yeah.
Where celebrities with deformities come on.
That was Nigel's from Tottenham.
Nigel in Tottenham came up with the idea.
The most deformed. What would you put forward as your most deformed bit?
Well, luckily, sucking my most deformed bit would be curiously enjoyable for me. Anyway, I asked for a few more celebrities who've got deformities, and various people have called in. Jez in East Barnet mentioned John Thor, who, of course...
so with him?
Well, John's left leg, I think, is shorter than his right. He always sort of hobbles a bit as he walks.
You have to suck the whole of the left leg?
Yeah.
Right.
So that's...
Say that again, Lewis. Well, I was just seeing size that, like the fat bird in the opera. Yes, I know it is now. What? Because I said, no, nothing to do with it. I just saw him do it. I just forgot and I was pissed. Yeah, go on.
Paul Daniels, apparently one arm is shorter than the other.
Can I just say, the head?
True enough.
Yeah, Debbie McGee could come on and just bring Paul as her deformed
under her arm.
object. Yeah. That's from Tony Namersham. We've also had Ian Jury. Someone's mentioned that. Says that Ian Jury...
His left side. Yeah.
Really? Did he have a stroke or something? Polio,
wasn't it? Yeah.
So his left side. And Anthea Turner, apparently she lost the middle 3 of her toes or something in a sort of horrible accident. I don't know if that's true. Anyway, Anthea Turner, would be great. Just get her on anyway.
She lost... Oh, what?
Well, I don't think it can be true, to be honest. It says that she's only got 2 toes on one of her feet because she lost the other 3 in a fly-now accident.
Oh my God!
But I don't know if that's true.
So it's when you used to go to school and say had a fight with the lawnmower.
Yeah, she did.
Yeah. No, I meant your hair, love. No, look at me toes. Oh.
Yeah, exactly. So so celebrities.
What would you suck? Would you suck the gap, or would you suck the toes that flew off in the garden?
I really haven't thought about it.
Why not?
I haven't really given it much thought to it, to be honest.
Satellite, that's what we were, Steve, just satellites.
Just satellites orbiting around the mighty space station of XFM. I don't know what I'm talking about.
No, I didn't think that you could carry that much further.
No. Still, that's the end, no more cheap knob gags on a Sunday afternoon. No more sort of swearing.
Smut on the radio, breaking every radio authority that there ever was.
Yeah.
Good times, eh?
We've had a few laughs, few tears.
This audio program is presented by Audible.com. Audible. Audio that speaks to you wherever you are.
As Aldous Huxley once said, man is an intelligence in servitude to his organs. Made from the same stuff as algae, the human body has evolved into the most complex organism in the universe, an animal with power of introspection, conceiving complex metaphysical notions of morality, beauty, and love, while at the same time battling time, illness, and even death with even more sophisticated scientific weaponry. While we may still marvel at its complexity, what do we know about the human body? What are its wonders and limitations? And with scientific and medical technology moving ever forward, how will the human body evolve over the centuries to come? To discuss these questions and more, I'm joined by Stephen Merchant, award-winning writer and graduate of the University of Warwick. Hello. And Carl Pilkington, a man without formal academic qualifications or any awards to speak of, but he's good at other things. Cleaning windows, for example, with his fucking tongue, Gump.
That's a bit harsh, isn't it? Alright.